where the fun begins.
Boom, everybody! Woohoo! Wow, what a week! What a week! Oh my God, it's been amazing. Well, it's been pretty good actually. We've got the Venator coming out, which is, I gotta be honest, I think Lego have done a pretty good job of it. I mean, it's been rumored for ages. It really has been. But it's been an interesting one. We've actually finally got it. It's here. And all the landers have been putting out their thoughts and ideas about it and stuff like that. And I think it's overall, I think it's been very well received. Now, as luck would have it, we've actually we're going to have someone on tonight that's actually featuring the Venator as well. So I'm pretty excited about it. I want to know what you guys think about it as well. But also, I want to know as well what you guys think about the gift with purchases this year. Just thought I'd throw one up, a survey, just to make a change, and ask you guys what's been your favourite gift with purchase thus far this year. Anyway, Disney 100 years celebration is up there with 12%. They've got the Blacktron Cruiser at 40%. Oh, it's moving live as I'm looking at it. Gringotts Vault as well, 35%. Steamboat Willie, which of course is rumored. It might not even happen. Who knows? But anyway, it might do. One of my favorites, definitely this year, excuse the stand, is this. The Cruiser. That's what the Cruiser looks like, folks, just in case you haven't seen it. I don't know why it reminds me of a Barracuda. Not that I've ever seen a Barracuda. I think I've seen a few pictures of them anyway. And God, look at the dust on that. I have to get something out to sort that out. But anyway, that's the Cruiser. Then of course, let's have a look. We got this as well. Not bad, eh? The Gringotts Vault. Excuse me. Anyway, I'm a bit gravelly tonight, so I've got a good radio voice. Otherwise, I tell you what, I've got a little surprise. I got this a few weeks ago. I've been sat on this for weeks, and then all of a sudden, I was just gonna release details of it tonight just to let you folks know out there that I'm gonna be building this tomorrow. And then everyone and their dog seems to be piling in anything Anakin Skywalker this week. And I've seen this featured on a few different people's feeds, including Andrew, who's going to be on a little bit later on as well. And it's this set here, this one here. What about this? Anakin's custom Jedi Starfighter. Pretty damn good set. But anyway, I'm going to be building that tomorrow, folks, at 5 p.m. UK time. That translates to my American cousins as 12 o'clock EDT, which is jolly exciting. So I'm really looking forward to building that. And also, I've got this in the post today. Do you know what? I must have ordered it about 6 months ago. And I'm not even quite sure why I ordered it. I think it's just because I like the guy's outfit. Never played the game. But anyway, what can I say? Star Wars, The Old Republic, it is Darth Malgus. And my word, talk about Star Wars. What about that for Ahsoka this week? What an episode. Arguably one of the best episodes of Star Wars that we've seen in live action since Disney took over. Certainly, I did a poll earlier on this week over on Instagram, and it was 67% of people said yes, they agreed, and the rest didn't. But that's totally fine. Everybody's got their own opinions. It doesn't really matter. But I think it was, and I'm interested to know what you guys think. I'm also interested to know what you guys are going to be building this weekend as well. Don't forget, as always, you can send me pictures through, folks. And if I don't show them off tonight, I'll show them off next week. It's as simple as that. Now, we are doing a giveaway tonight, and all you got to do, if you do want to enter, is pop over to last week's London Calling and put in the comments hashtag HP. Now, I was going to do a really nice technical kind of draw on that tonight. But anyway, one thing's led to another. We're going to have to do it a little bit old-fashioned, not quite drawing the name out of a hat, but it won't be too dissimilar. So anyway, if you want to enter that, then great. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, you can enter. And if you're of a certain age, do get your parents' permission as well, because I do need to know where I'm going to post it to once the winner is drawn. Anyway, that happens a little bit later. Better remind myself about that, actually, for the draw. Anyway, as well, if you guys do want to support the channel, support my content, help me kind of do this thing, do my stuff, then you've got two different ways of doing it. Firstly, you can either give us a super chat, and I'll put your name up there on the London wall, play a little vid for you, and also give you a shout out on Instagram as well, which is quite good fun. The other thing I tend to do as well, you can, the other option that is, of course, is to join the membership, become a kind of deeper, more ingrained part of the LBB family. Anyway, that's that. Let's say hello to a few of you that's out there tonight, shall we? Stevie through. And apologies for being a couple of minutes started late today, folks. But like I said, I was having a few techie issues a little bit earlier on. We've got Minark out there. Good to see you, Minark. Liz is there too. Liz, thank you for sending me your pictures, as well as 2K AFOLs, who's the latest members of the channel. Great to have you here, guys. I've got Madlib out there as well. Madlib, hope you've had a top week. Echo Bricks is out there too. Echo, thank you for all the love on Instagram as well. I'll tell you, it just reminded me, actually, we've got another thing that's kind of been rumored as well. We're going to have the biggest modular to date, potentially coming out on January the 1st next year. That's jolly exciting, isn't it? Gene version out there saying hello, lovely people as well, which is very, very cool. Now, just a little reminder to Brad Bergman. Hello, mate. Great to see you. If you guys do want to know anything about the peeps that are in the panel tonight, all their details you will find down in the description below, whether they be on Twitch, whether they be on Instagram, whether they be like, I don't know, someone like Gene version on YouTube as well. Just go with it. It's the way it goes. Got Lady McBrick out there as well. Lady McBrick, how you doing? Have you finished your Gringotts? I love Gringotts, folks. I totally loved it. And thank you as well to literally the thousands of people that tuned into those streams as well. I totally enjoyed it. I really did. Minark's out there as well. He says, LC188, let the weekend begin. Now, because of that, my friends, we get funny old things like this happening. Minark, this is for you.
Easy, miss. I've got you.
You've got me. Who's got you? I can't believe it. I just cannot believe it. He got her.
Believe it as well. Thank you so much for that, Minark. That's very, very gracious of you, my friend. I really appreciate it. We've got Lewis out there as well. Lewis is going to be in the panel tonight, which is jolly exciting because last time he came on, he was a mere mortal. Now he's going to be a Fox Lego Masters contestant. How cool is that? Very excited for that. Anyway, we've got Nicole out there. Minark's giving out some love to Nicole. We've got Panfed Nuda out there as well. Love your outfit, dude. That's very, very cool. We've got another super chat as well. Super sticker from Andrew, giving us $5 whole. Andrew, thank you so much for that, my friend. I really do appreciate all this love tonight, folks. I really, really do. And on that note, my friend, I think we'll have a little bit of the old autopilot.
Automatic pilot.
Automatic pilot. There it is.
Andrew, thank you so much for that. We've got Topic Bricks out there as well. Mr. Chalice. He sent me a picture in earlier on too. Simon's out there. Evening. Oh, he's probably going to be lurking. Salix is there. Good to see you, Salix. Hope you've had a top week. Brickstays Pass is out there as well, saying, I reckon Magisto's Workshop will beat all of them. Oh, it could do. You don't know, though, because it ain't out yet. I hope it does, though. I hope it does well, whatever it is. But we'll soon find out when it does come out. Does anyone know when it might be? Don't know. It would be cool to know, wouldn't it? We've got Set to Build out there, too, giving out some love and lots of waves, too. Mayo Hosco's out there, too. As a fan of old Lego, AFOL, my favourite gift we purchased for 2023 is the Blacktron Cruiser. Don't blame you, mate. It's a very, very good one. Podbricks is out there, too. Podbricks. I was watching you earlier on, actually, on MoreAmor's live stream kind of / podcast. Very, very good over there on Twitch. Check her out, folks. Very, very cool channel indeed. Liz is there too. And we're getting down there. I agree, guys. It does indeed fly. It does. Is that 20 months? Maybe 20 months like Superman. Time flies. Boom. It does indeed. It's a good question, actually. Does time actually fly? Interesting. Tim's Bricks Adventures. Good day. Oh, good to have you here, mate. Right. Okay. Let's start getting some people in for the channel. For the channel on the panel as well. Anyway, where should we go? First of all, we're gonna stay in the UK. Actually, I don't normally do this, but shall I stay in the UK? No, I tell you where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go somewhere else. I'm gonna go somewhere somewhere east side America. I was thinking, shall I go West Coast of the UK? But I'm actually thinking, no, I'm going to go actually a little bit further than that. I'm going to go a little bit more west. So west, in fact, you end up on the coast of America. How can I describe this person, folks? Well, she's kicking off a YouTube channel, and it's doing very well, actually. It popped over there a little bit earlier on today. I've been a member for some time, and I want you to grace your good selves over there as well. Anyway, it is, of course, one of my favorites from Instagram, and also slightly more heightened in being a favorite tonight because she actually got something called what's it called? A victory, Venetian. No. That's it. A Venator behind her tonight, folks. Check it out. Anyway, it's, of course, Jean's version. Hello, Jean.
Hey, Greg. Hey, everyone.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Actually, fingers are a little bit raw, but it's how it goes.
Is that from all that Lego tappity? That's
It was from all of that. Like I started building it on Monday and I finished it last night. Even had like a celebratory glass of wine.
Did you? Wow. I tell you, I'm hearing all sorts of people that have built it, and it's kind of going in all different sort of directions with the amount of time it's taken to build it. Some people have taken 6 hours. I find that a bit hard to believe, to be honest. Some people 10 hours. Most people around sort of 15 hours. I
For
would
a 5,000 piece, it's 5,000, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
insane.
Yeah, I know.
I can't tell you exactly how long it took me, but I got to almost the season finale of season 2 of Suits.
Oh, nice.
So.
You know, I've never watched Suits.
Me neither, until I started the Venator.
Oh, okay, very good. Blimey. I'm one of these people. I find it very, too distracted. I'm easily distracted anyway. I find it too distracted to try and watch something and build something. Give me some lo-fi music. Yeah, I'm totally cool with that. But when it comes to actually watching something else, I'm like, I can't do it. Can't compute.
Yeah, you'd like it though. It's about a law firm, and they even I think you do like technology, and they even have an episode where they go into the IT room of this giant law firm.
Do they? Oh, I'm gonna have to check that one out. It'd be like Home from Home. Anyway, where would you like to go next? We can go to a place they call Flow Rider. We got a place that they can call. Do you know what? It took me years to. One day I said it's slow, and I was like, oh, that's Florida. But anyway, we won't go there.
I think I just realized that, honestly.
Yeah, no, exactly. Really, I did.
Today I learned.
You're never too old to learn, folks. I had the epiphany about 2 years ago. I just said it really slow, and I said, "Oh, this sounds like Florida." And I was like, "That is Florida." Anyway, like I say, we could go to some place called Flow Rider. We can go to some place called Bristol. We can go to somewhere called Southampton. We can go somewhere else called Southampton as well. But I mean, they're very common down there, YouTubers. They really are. Oh, we got somewhere up in Canada that's got the strangest the strangest ringtone for a phone I've ever heard in my life. Where would you like to go?
Let's go to Canada.
Okay, we're going to go to Canada. Canada, we've got MX Winters AFO out there. Choo choo! It's Trade Luke. It certainly is. It's always one of the nicest things about doing London Calling is when you get other people's peeps coming in the chat as well. I love all that. I really do. But anyway, let's get ourselves up to Canada. To a guy he's pretty much a regular on the channel these days, which is really cool because what can I say? I love Canadians. And by the way, folks, I've booked my flights already to go to Brickworld Chicago next year.
Yes!
So I can't wait.
Can't wait to see you.
I can't wait to see you. All the internal flights are done and everything. I'm there, folks. I really am. I just got to get a ticket and a hotel room. But anyway, mere detail. But anyway, let's bring him on, shall we? It is, of course, our good friend Andrew, aka Brickin Brood. Hello, mate.
Hey, everybody. How's it going today?
Yeah, very good, mate. Very good. Look at you,
Awesome.
looking all down with the kids. We and everything. How you doing? Is it cold in Canada or something at the moment?
No, it's not. I just didn't want to wear my hat with the visor on it. I just feeling lazy, so I got to represent the channel here, right?
Oh, here we go. A little bit. Can't quite see it.
Oh, nice.
There we go. Brickin Brood. There we go. He's there. He's right there. He doesn't miss an opportunity or anything. He doesn't. Anyway, it looks good, man. It looks good.
That's
He's
right.
looking
Thank you.
The beard's looking fine as well.
Yeah, you know what? It took a couple of years, but here it is. That's what she looks like.
That's 2 years in action. Blimey, O'Reilly. Anyway, better late than never. So you can put manure around your face or something like that, or peanut butter. Peanut butter's the latest one. Helps with hair growth, they say.
There you go.
Believe that, you believe anything. Anyway, I'll tell you who has got out there. We've got the rather gorgeous looking, because I love his hats, I really do. You give Jamiroquai a run for his money, this bloke. Rob the Builder.
Rob.
Yeah, Rob the Builder. Nice Chicago. He's always a blast. Can't wait to get out there, mate. Honestly, I love the Chicago vibe. I've been watching 2 seasons of The Bear. Love that. I really do. But anyway, Andrew, back to you. Back to Canada. Where would you like to go next? Like I say, we got a first generation Cuban who happens to be in Flow Rider. We got the 25th generation of some dude in a place called Bristol. We got the 99th generation of some peeps that are down in Southampton, or we've got a 22nd generation of some dude that's from Scotland down in Southampton as well. Where would you like to go, my friend?
Let's go to Scotland, like Southampton.
Okay, is it Scott? Well, I tell you what, folks, if you go to Scotland, it's a bit like being in Southampton, to be honest, because everyone down there, actually, most of them sound like they're from Scotland anyway, or strangely, from Birmingham. I don't know. But anyway, we've got Zabadak out there as well. Zabadak, good evening to you, my friend. Long time no see. Glad to have you back. It really is. Lovely to see you, my friend. Salix is even giving out some love as well. And there we go. Mayo even took the words out of my mouth. But anyway, back to the here and now. Time to get over to Scotland, folks, otherwise known to the rest of us as Southampton, because we love a bit of Sam Smith, don't we? But not that Sam Smith. Hello, mate.
Hello.
How you doing, mate?
Hey,
I'm
Sam.
great. I'm very well. Hi. How are we all?
I'm good, man. I'm just, I don't know. I'm recovering from this week of Star Wars, to be honest. This has been a better, I don't know about you, G, but I think this week has been a better week than most May the 4th, in all honesty.
It's been insane.
Yeah.
It's been epic. It's a lovely time to be a Star Wars fan. And I mean, I say that almost every time, but it's just like they just keep pumping out content, and some people hate it. I love it. I'm here for it.
I've been quite a big fan of this season. I mean, to me, dare I say it, folks, it's kind of like season 5 of Rebels, but from the eyes of Ahsoka.
Absolutely.
Just saying. But yeah, I'm loving it. I was always a Rebels fan, and even when people used to go, "Oh, you don't want to watch that, you want to watch Clone Wars." But what can I say? I love both. And that said, though, I discovered, Sam, I discovered a new cartoon this week I've never watched called just The Clone Wars, where when I was looking back at the history of this set, I was like,
was it
why have I never watched
10-3?
this?
It's an interesting one. You start, and I think it's 2 seconds into the first episode is Yoda riding like a goat into a battlefield. It's a very interesting little tidbit of Star Wars history, that one.
I know. Is it still classified as canon?
I don't think so, but I think
Really?
there's nothing in it that like goes directly against anything else. But I don't think it's officially.
Oh, I'd have to find out about that because it's on the
considered
Disney
canon.
website. You never know.
Yeah.
All right. Where would you like to go next, my friend? We've got a place here called, sometimes they call Florida, sometimes they call them Florida. Depends what you're into. Or we could go West Coast of the United Kingdom to a place called Bristol. Or we could go down south or down the road from you, most likely, because Southampton's not that big. So yeah, that's it. Where would you like to go?
I've always wanted to meet a celebrity, so let's go meet Flo Rida.
Oh, Flo Rida. What can we say, folks? This guy, last time this guy came on, folks, he was a mere mortal. He was like us. But now he's going to be a contestant. And I underline the term contestant. I personally think he's probably going to be the winner this year. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just kicking the hornet's nest. But anyway, this Bring 'Em On show, it is, of course, the wonderful Lewis. Hello, mate.
Hey, everybody. How are you guys?
Great to see you, dude. I mean, you're looking wonderful. You're looking very well. The makeup department, work their work.
yeah.
They really have.
They follow me everywhere I go now.
Love it, dude. You're looking very well. Actually, you look like you got a bit more of a tan since the last time we've seen you.
I do live in Florida, so who knows? Maybe.
Exactly. I know. It's been
No, I haven't been tanning, so I guess it's just good light today. Even though it's raining a lot today, so.
Oh, well, it's good. Anyway, you're looking good.
Thank you.
I'm looking. Can anybody spot it? I'm looking for the trophy, the winning trophy for this year's Lego Masters. I can't see it anywhere. He's in it probably. But anyway, we're fingers crossed for you, mate. That's all I'm going to say.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, we've got the trade company out there as well. Hey, how you doing, Emily? Great to have you on as well.
Emily.
And do you know what? I didn't actually realize Emily was actually going to be in it as well. I'm like, I know her.
Actually, there's a few of us on the chat I'm seeing.
We've got
I saw
Emily
Tim, I saw Jordan, I saw Brad, and now Emily.
Amazing.
That's all I noticed. If I missed somebody.
Well, how cool is this? So season 5 has now got the go ahead.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's pretty cool, isn't it? So here we go. You guys must have done an absolute banger of a full season. That's all I can say to sort of carry the light further, which is grand. So anyway, Lewis, great to have you on here, aka Saladrigas.
Great to be here. Thank you.
That's awesome, mate. The pleasure is ours. Where would you like to go next? We've got a place on the west coast of the United Kingdom called Bristol. I think it's west. It's very west coasty. Maybe it's not quite on the coast. I don't think it is actually, but it's very west anyway from London. But it's a lovely place. Or we got another place where Sam's from. Not quite Scotland, but it sounds like it. It's Southampton. Where would you like to go?
Let's do Bristol.
Oh, we're going to go Bristol. There we go. What can I say, folks? This guy, last time, we were having a Star Wars week. Well, get a load of this. I honestly think this guy reminds me of Andor. He really does. He's that good looking and charming. It really is. It's, of course, our good friend, Luke Triton. Hello, Luke.
Hello. You flatter me every time with my looks. You're just so lovely, aren't you?
Oh, what can I say? I'm a real charmer. But anyway, Luke, great to have you here. Builder of the street racer cars and full-size belts. Bloody, that's a good one. I can see one of your belts in the backgrounds, actually.
I need to make sure I'm leaning the right way.
There we go.
There we go. Yeah, I was able to find a decent place to display them. I was hoping to try and do what you do with real resting belts, where you have them opened up and just hang them on the wall. But they're Lego, they're not leather and gold. So I thought, I need to try and be a bit more careful. So they are there for now. I need to try and figure something out better for them in the future, though.
Very cool. Yeah, it looks good. It looks good. I like that. Interesting wallpaper behind there as well. Very good. Very good. Anyway, you are looking dashing as always, my friend. Great to have you here. Very lucky. You got your new setup as well, which looks very cool. You sound great. You look good. Phenomenal. We're in a good place. Right. By default, then we're gonna go to Southampton now. We're going to describe these two are super regular, folks. They really are. It's great to have them on here again, as always. They're a beautiful couple, and they are full of bricks and pieces. They are, of course, the brick pieces. Hey, you two. Did I catch you in mid-conversation there, Carrie?
I was just trying to why are we full of bricks and pieces? We haven't been eating those. That would be weird.
That would be weird, actually. That would be very weird. Now, I'm sure I listened to you once saying, talking about eating them or something.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did once try and eat a Lego brick.
Okay.
Just purely for comparison to some chocolate Lego bricks I had. I wanted to make sure I knew which was better.
Oh, I can't imagine it would work though, would it? But anyway, but anyway, so I've just got reminded where someone lives. But anyway, interesting times. I'm terrible with geography, folks. What can I say? Anyway, great to have you here. BrickBods, have you had a good week?
I think so. It's gone so fast.
Oh, there you go. It has gone quick, actually. This week has gone really quick. The last 2 hours have gone like supersonic quick. But anyway, we got someone else coming on. We got a newbie coming on tonight, folks. We really have. And I'm super excited to get him on as well. I'm super excited as well to see One Brick Stud out there. One Brick Stud, great to see you as well. And we got Flow Bricks out there. Best gift we purchased, he reckons, was the Death Star. Yeah, that's true, actually. The Death Star was very, very good. I didn't throw that out there. I was trying to keep it. I thought I'd go kind of anything but Star Wars. I thought the Star Wars is a really cool one. I really super rate the Death Star. So, yeah, if you like the Death Star, folks, let me know as well. But, yeah, Steamboat Willie's kind of, I'm intrigued to know how that's going to do. But anyway, folks, back to the here and now. Back to the newbie who's coming on tonight. So I've been, what can I say? I've been watching peeps over on Twitch for a little while and listening to stuff. And I came across this guy who I've noticed on Instagram seems to be kind of circling and mingling around friends of mine as well. And it's cool. So I thought, I've got to get this guy on. He's a super dude. He's a lovely guy. What can I say? And even he's kind of got love in the name as well, which kind of massively gives it away. He's, of course, and you can't have too much love, folks. That is, of course, MoreAmor.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
How you doing?
Thanks for having me. I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm looking good, mate. I got to be honest. You got some super high res camera going on there. It looks really nice with the you're zoomed in quite nicely where you are. Beautifully focused. And you got everything zoomed. Just
I can go in further if we want.
Oh yeah, look at this. It's going in all the
Oh
way.
my God, show off.
That's good. That's nice. So he's a pro.
You can keep going.
He is. I love his headphones as well.
That's fine.
But yeah, MoreAmor. Let's pop you in the middle. Actually,
sure.
If I could work it out, which I have. Thank goodness. Anyway, MoreAmor. Great to have you here. First time on, which is always amazing. Pretty exciting.
Thank you.
I actually remember when everyone else it was their first time coming on as well, except for the BrickBods. I can't remember because they've been coming on for so many. How many streams do you reckon you've been on, guys?
Thousands.
It's probably years.
Somehow thousands.
Yeah, it can't be thousands. We're not about 8, 9. Yeah, well, it's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy to think that you guys have been coming on for. It's got to be. Has it been like 2 years, something like that?
I don't know. I don't know if you had us. We've been doing our channel for 3 years, and I think you didn't have us on for at least a year. So maybe about 2 years.
Well, I think it was around the 72-hour live stream.
Oh yes,
the first time, and so
oh yeah, because we were faceless to start with.
Yeah,
faceless.
Yeah, we didn't. We used to be a no face channel.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah,
Like a vigilante name, like the Faceless.
Yeah.
Oh, the Faceless. Yeah, I like that. That's kind of intriguing, mysterious, like. But anyway, talking of mysteries, we're going to be finding a little bit more out about MoreAmor in a minute. Do or do not. There is no try.
I thought we were doing some Star Wars quotes up in here. I saw a couple of you with that, so thought I'd join in on the fun.
Very cool, my friend. Very cool. Now,
Yeah,
don't
Greg
forget, folks.
put the coolest quote, and I was like, I'll go with the best quote.
Oh, okay. So I actually went with a quote as well. This is where
some of us missed the memo.
There we go. Mech Mad. Yeah, because they're everywhere in Star Wars. They are. What did Luke's gone for the longest one I've ever seen in my life.
I just realized one. I was because I've had loads of people say, "Luke, I am your father." I thought I need to change my one to be something.
That's the one. That's the one.
I can't find the setting that says I need to hang on preset. Is it?
It's the 3 dots next to the year in the show.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Edit name and headline.
Andrew's got the most Star Wars one going. Andrew. I don't remember that character.
Right.
Yeah, I don't remember him.
MoreAmor, it's got his one. Mech Mad. They're controversial. The mechs, but I think people are liking the mechs. At least Boba Fett, anyway. What do you like out there think about it as well? But anyway, someone amazing, someone beautiful. She's hopefully going to be coming on quite soon as well. Is Le Trade Company, aka Emily. Emily, thank you for that. She goes, Lulu, the best human. ILYSN. I got no idea what it said. Was that from the show, Lewis? Is that what?
No, I think she's just stating a fact that I am the best human according to her, which I appreciate. Emily. Well, Emily's awesome. We were friends before we met in the show, so we had a great time. She's awesome.
Very good. Well, as we're thinking all Star Wars and that, and there's lots of love in the air. The Trade Company, Emily, Lulu, the best human in the world. There's only one thing I can think of: cable detached cable.
Detached cable. Cable detached.
We go. Thank you so much for that, Trade Company. We've got Shy Time is my time out there. And don't forget, folks, that everybody who's in tonight, check out their details. You find them down in the description below. And while you're down there as well, give us a thumbs up. You know where it goes, folks. We get up to 50 thumbs up. That's all we want. That's all we need. That's it. Life is a good one after that. So back to more, because we always want more and more. Tell us a little bit about you, mate, and where we'll find you as well. For those people that can't be bothered to look at a description, tell us a little bit about you and your good self.
Yeah, so Amor's my name. I go by MoreAmor all over social media. So I am an AFOL, of course, a gamer, a streamer, a podcaster. I try to do a little bit of everything. I think within the Twitch community, I'm known for a podcast that's called Crossing the Streams, where I bring on other content creators who do live broadcasts or just make content in general, and we talk about what they make content for. So a lot of AFOLs on there. I actually looked at the number of 80 episodes recorded. I want to say almost, I think 49, 50 of them are AFOLs in one capacity or another. So AFOL heavy content there. We talk about content, what they do when they make it, their philosophy on it, and I just get their story, and I want to get to know them and kind of spotlight them, because I know that's a really hard thing to talk about, who you are and how you apply everything that you are into the content while you're making it. So I try to pull the curtain back a little bit and get to know them as a person and what led them there. And yeah, I also build Lego live on Twitch at least once or twice a week, and then every so often I'll play a video game to kind of spice it up and mix it up. But yeah, that's who I am and what I do. I generally just love content creation. I love Lego. I love video games. So those are kind of all the things that you would expect if you were to see me on Twitch or YouTube or on other socials, me talking about any one of those things. So yeah, that's who I am.
Now, the thing I love about Crossing the Streams is, well, firstly, I love the name.
Thank you.
That has to be a reference to Ghostbusters. One position.
It is. That is, and I want to be clear that is exactly what the reference is from. In terms of what Crossing the Streams means, I had someone walk up to me and go, what is that from? Are we talking like what streams are we crossing? Because I don't understand. They didn't realize it was a Ghostbusters reference, and they were inferring that it might be like other streams are crossing. I was like, no, we're just, it's Ghostbusters.
It's funny. It's funny how sometimes when creative people think literally, it goes wrong. It goes so wrong, and you sort of no, think creatively. Keep in the creative circles. But yeah, no. And the thing I love about what you do is you don't just keep it. You don't talk about the Lego too much. You kind of talk about the peripheral things around them as well, the slightly more personal things, which I think is really important because it kind of tells you a little bit about what underpins that particular creator. So yeah, tell us a bit more about that, because you're a little bit more in depth than the kind of usual stream, which is kind of what I
absolutely. So I have been on Twitch since it was before it was called Twitch. It used to go by a name Justin.tv, and the whole idea when it was Justin.tv was actually a more broad kind of content. It wasn't just gaming. It was like, if you just want to live stream, turn on your camera and say hello to people on the internet. That's what it was. And then they kind of stumbled upon this whole gaming thing, which became really popular on their site. So they leaned into it. They rebranded to Twitch. So I've been on it for actually well over a decade as like just as a consumer of it.
Wow.
And it wasn't until I want to say around 2015 when I decided, hey, I'm going to try my hand at this. And I actually kind of just, sometimes when I do things, I dive right in without a whole lot of preparation. And my first stream was a 24-hour charity stream. And so
nice.
I did a 24-hour charity stream for a charity that's very near and dear to my heart called Extra Life. It helps Children's Miracle Network's hospitals across North America. And for 24 hours, I streamed in benefit of my local children's hospital, raising money. I raised, I want to say like $100. But for 24 hours, I played video games. I chatted with friends who came through, and I was just instantly like smitten with the idea of connecting with people over the internet, getting to know them through a screen. And so I, over time, decided to start playing games regularly on my Twitch channel. It was not the MoreAmor channel. It was I think Amor Plays Games. I was like, I can't think of a good name. It was after about a year or two of that, I was like, that is a horrible name. And I decided to start a channel called MoreAmor, because a fun play on the name. And at the time, you couldn't just change your handle, so I started a whole new channel. And I basically followed the trajectory of a regular live streamer, which was on Twitch. You play video games. And so that was kind of what I did for a couple years. And eventually, I think my story is very parallel. First of all, I loved Lego as a child, and I had my dark ages, and through my adult life had Lego, here and there. I would find some small sets that I enjoyed, but I wasn't like really all in. And I think like many other folks, especially during the COVID times, I was trying to find other things to do. And I was like, I think I want to build Lego. And at the time I was leaning more into Twitch as well. And I was like, I'm getting kind of bored just playing games on my channel. I also want to seek other hobbies, and Lego was perfect. And so I started building Lego on Twitch very regularly, and got fairly involved with that community. I'm gonna put that out there as a big asterisk. I love that community on Twitch. The Lego community is very supportive. We're very tight knit, and they were the most welcoming group of people on Twitch, and so I have been there ever since. And so over the years of having been a gaming streamer and then now a Lego streamer, I've always been fascinated by what it means to create, to make things. By day, I'm a video game designer. That's my trade, like during the day. So
Right.
I'm a creative. I think about making things all the time. I apply it to my day job. I apply it to content creation. And one of the things that always interests me the most is just what makes us tick as not just people, but as creators. And so, you know, in the background, I've had conversations over the last, over decade of talking to other creators about what they do and how they got there and what they're passionate about and why they decide to make content about it. And it just naturally felt like something that made a lot of sense to just turn it into a show and, really get those stories of those people out there, because I've been learning so much about my peers on Twitch, on YouTube, everywhere, trying to get to know them. And I was like, it's a shame that I'm not sharing this or having these conversations in a way that can highlight the people that I'm getting to know. So that's really what drove Crossing the Streams, which I started early. Gosh, how long has it been? There's been 80 episodes recorded, and I record like almost every week. So and then plus like a number of different special episodes we've recorded. But yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, that sounds like Twitch is definitely the home of More and More. There's no doubt about that. I definitely want to come back to that because I'm intrigued about Twitch. So many people have asked me, "This is Greg, you need to get over to Twitch. You need to try Twitch." Blah blah blah, and maybe I will one day. I'm over there, folks. I do have a presence there, but I've never done anything with it. But yeah, let's park that there just for a moment, and let's go around the panel and see what they say. More and More, great to have you here, man.
Thank you.
It's like I thought. It's kind of deep and meaningful stuff, and it sounds like you're full of life experiences and some hell of a good tips and tricks as well on how to kind of navigate this online world that we kind of dwell in, shall we say. But of course, we're online dudes. We are. Some of us are actually on TV from time to time as well. So let's how can I put this? Let's tune in to Lewis and see what he's been up to since the last time he's on. Because Lewis, you might remember last time you was on, there was Fox were doing some trailers for the up and coming season.
Yep.
And I happened to spot a dude on there that looked remarkably like you. I even showed you a still of it actually, and you neither confirmed nor denied it was you, but you did agree, like I said, that he's a dashing, good-looking guy.
Did I? I don't know. I don't remember agreeing to that, but
I think more than anyone around, actually, he was like, yeah, it's not me, but my God, he's good looking. He's a good 10 out of 10.
I didn't say it wasn't me. I just didn't say it was.
I just put it in your leg. So tell me what you've been up to. Tell us what you can tell us, and why we should all be getting hyped.
Yeah, no. So yes, when last time I was on, they had just released a trailer, but we were still not allowed to admit that was us. So we had to pretend and play dumb, and literally told to say you'll have to wait and see. So, but yes, now I can confirm that was actually me. So and a lot of us that are here in the chat, I'm seeing a lot of them here. So. It's great. I hope you all tune in because we had a ton of fun doing the show. I haven't seen it myself yet in terms of, on TV, so I'm not sure, but I think if it's anything like it was there in person, it's going to be a great season. So definitely should all tune in. And a lot of great people too.
Okay, cool. And so tell us about your the guy that you've partnered with to do it and how that kind of come around.
So it's funny enough. So they like, teams that have some kind of theme to them. And I'm a teacher at a school. I teach part-time at a school that I went to high school at. And they love the idea of me going on as a teacher. And I had asked a friend of mine not for season 3 to try out, who's a fellow teacher at the school. And we didn't make it in season 3, but on season 4, we got really far along the process. and then unfortunately he had to drop out the last minute. He's getting his PhD, and it was just too difficult. So literally at the last minute, I remember that my buddy Alex also had an interest in Lego, and I asked him literally, days before decisions were being made, and they rushed us through the process and interviewed him and did the whole thing, and it turned out great. And Alex was fantastic. Alex is a great partner. I'm sure all my good friends that are on here can vouch for the fact that Alex is an awesome human being and was a great teammate. So. Yeah, but he's a local guy, also Cuban American like me, and he also went to the same high school, and he's a teacher there as well. So
very cool.
Lots in common.
In the trailer, you guys seem to reference some sort of I was going to say tea or maybe coffee that you say supercharges you. Now, I got to be honest. When I was in Cuba. And when I was there, I kind of went all over the place when I was there. It was really good. Beautiful country. I totally recommend anyone who can get there to go because it's just amazing. I've never been anywhere else quite like it, folks. It's like going back in time, and but it's also set in the current day as well. It's very strange. And the strangest, one of the weirdest things for me being there, Lewis, was that I could smell the lead in the petrol still. It's to run the cars that they got out there, the old Chevrolets, and it was amazing. So it was a great experience. And
I've never been. I'd love to go. It's been difficult because laws and such. But it's a little more open now. But still, not everybody can go. So we've tried, but hopefully we'll get there at some point.
If you ever get the opportunity, definitely do it. It's amazing.
Yeah, I'd love to.
So, and when I was there, I discovered that I really loved the coffee. And my God, it's strong stuff. It really is. I like it strong. But
it is. I mean, it's basically it's an espresso, right? I mean, we call it here in English. We call it Cuban coffee, and or café cubano in Spanish, or cafecito for short is like the nickname, which you're referring to. I think on the trailer that's what we called it on the trailer. I don't know, but it's good. It's awesome. I mean, I mean, you get this much. It's a tiny little shot, and that's more caffeine than a regular American cup of coffee. So it's definitely, like I said, a nitro boost.
Yeah.
And they were awesome. They were nice enough to let us bring some of that on set. So.
Oh, lovely. Okay, good stuff. Well, it makes a thing, doesn't it? It's kind of more of a thing. It kind of helps it kind of crystallizes you guys as a team and gets people externally that are kind of watching in or looking in to get to know you a bit as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're all different, and we all have something that we share in common, which is our love for Lego. But we all came from different places, different backgrounds. It's horrible. Emily was not a fan of the coffee.
I know it's kind of like a Marmite thing, isn't it? Black coffee, anyway. It's like
it's strong. It's very sweet. It's very sweet. It has a lot of sugar in it.
Oh,
which is another thing. So it can be pretty sweet, but it's very strong.
Very bitter. Oh,
but Emily can handle it. So
good stuff.
But anyway, so yeah, they were all very different, but they love being able to tell a story. Obviously, the show. It's great to watch the show for the Lego and the love of Lego and seeing what people build. That's amazing. But I think also, we're there to be entertained and root for people and, learn about these contestants. And so I think that just adds to the fun and the flavor of the show. So, anything anyone can do to kind of, they love telling a story about who you are and where you come from. So that was part of ours.
Yeah, that's good. It's a good narrative to have. All right, good stuff. All right, well, good to have you back, Lewis. I was just going to back. I was just about to speak to Carrie, but she seems to have disappeared on us. Ian, where's she gone?
The girls are still running around, refusing to go to bed.
All right, mate. Well, are you guys actually building anything tonight? Because if I could rely on anyone to be building anything, it's you and Andrew.
Yeah.
And Sam. Blimey, what's Sam changed his sub-theme name to? What's all that about? Unlimited power.
Star Wars quotes. I thought that's what we changed it to.
Yeah. I like it. Very. What's his name? Emperor Palpatine. Was he an emperor there? It was Palpatine when he back then. Oh, very good. I like it. Very good. What's Luke changed his one to? No, you're not my father.
Not my father. Just as a way of saying, look, I'm fed up with everyone saying it. No, you're not. I actually recently learned as well. I was watching a video of people talking about a guy who was just doing a retrospective of Star Wars.
Oh yeah,
and it's for the initial trilogy. And so, two things. First of all, it's amazing how so many people got the line wrong, because the line in the film is "No, I am not your father," where everyone thinks it's actually "Luke, I am your father." So I thought, yeah, it's amazing how so many people got that wrong. But I recently learned it was an insane plot twist, so they kept it a secret. But I only learned through that video what the hidden line, for lack of a better term, was supposed to be. So everyone on set goes, okay, that's the line. But George Lucas, Mark Hamill, and the guy who was standing in for Darth Vader, I can't remember his name, only knew the actual twist line.
English actor. I can't forget his name now, but he did.
Prowse, right?
But the actual
John Powers?
David, wasn't it David?
David Prowse. Yeah, David Prowse, I think it was. Yeah,
Prowse.
That's the one. Prowse.
Yeah.
Thank you.
In the scripts, it said, no, Obi-Wan killed your father. And I thought, it's lines like that. What if they kept it and Star Wars just did its own what if? I feel like a Star Wars what if would be pretty good.
Might even get a what if.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. What if they had mechs in the Star Wars universe?
You never know.
You never know, indeed. Anyway, Carrie's back in the room, literally, folks. Carrie, are you guys actually building something tonight? Are you disassembling something? Or are you going to start work on that mock?
We're building for the mock. So we've sort of got all of our L sets laid out, but there's two key ones that we need for our layout. And so we're trying to build those as quick as we can. But I'm missing a piece, so I had to go look for one. And also there's a small child who had wrapped her own hair around her thumb and couldn't get it undone.
Oh,
children are great. Yeah.
Could undo her thumb. Okay.
Yeah, she's like, it's stuck on my thumb. I can't fix it.
What did she do? Like sticky tape it to it?
No, she'd raveled it round and then it got all caught up.
Oh, all right. Well,
she okay now? Otherwise, she'd have no thumb left.
Okay, very good. At least she's all right now. That's the main thing. Good stuff. Okay. Well, anyway, let's pop up to Andrew, because Andrew's up there all quiet, and then we're gonna go and have a look at Mrs. Venator, I think, as well. But Andrew, how's your week been? What have you been up to?
It's been pretty good. I've been getting this Lego room back in order slowly here. You can see it behind me right here. I got Diagon Alley. The Gringotts Bank is in there. You can see the dragon popping up in the city.
Oh, let's have a look.
So that was one big thing I did late last night, was put that back into the city and just move some stuff here. I can. I
can see. Yeah. Go on. Oh, there he goes. He likes moving around. He does. Get to see his chair. It's a really comfortable looking chair. That he looks well worn in.
Yeah, it's old. It's my dad's old one. But there it is. There you can kind of see it in the city. I think it looks cool. Just kind of over the buildings, like.
Yeah, it looks great. I mean, I love it. This one, it's the best thing probably I've built this year, and I tossed up between that and the Bricklink designer one that I did, the construction modular set. But yeah, it's so good. But I've taken mine up to the room back in the house. And my God, it's like a proper. It's massive, isn't it? It's like over 2 feet tall. It really
Greg, you did a pretty good job, by the way, of making the Gringotts a lot less bad than on the.
Oh yeah, you've got to cut the sticker to make it look half good.
Did you cut it?
Yeah, I cut mine. It's a tiny little thin piece. But yeah, I was. If there's one piece I'm going to have in my city or anywhere that's going to be custom printed, that's going to be it, because Gringott TS bag. I don't know. It's just a bit like for such a magnificent set. But you know, otherwise the rest. I mean, to be fair, and this is the odd thing, the stickers in the set are actually really good. It's just that main one. It's like you know. But anyway, it was really cool. I'm glad you enjoyed building it, Andrew. And you built that quite quick. How long did that take you to do?
Not too bad. A couple of, I think 3 days maybe, but I had my son start the bottom, the base of it, and I took over the building right away. I gave him the option because it had the roller coaster stuff. I think that's what drew him to the base.
Oh yeah.
But I ended up having to finish the base as well because he got preoccupied eventually. But not too bad. We'll see. I've been on a bit of a tear. I was trying to think what else I built. Built that camera. Actually, I built it last week with you guys. Never mind.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you build it quick, that's for sure. Anyway, good stuff. Good to have you here, Andrew.
Thank you.
So the wonderful I don't like sand. Gene, great line from Star Wars. I think what one was
Attack
it?
of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones, yeah. Which I must watch again now because it's got loads of Venators in it. So anyway, so Gene, what have you been up to? And has it got anything to do with Venator by any chance?
Yes, there's been a lot of Venator in my life in the last 4 days. I started building it on Monday, which, like I said earlier, it was when I started watching Suits. And I got to like episode 13 of Suits and finally finished the Venator. And I actually, you guys are talking about Gringotts. That's what I've been kind of working on.
Oh, let's have a look.
I had to put it on pause. I haven't applied that beautiful Gringotts Taylor Swift sticker yet. Because I also want to do a little bit of sticker surgery, but yeah.
I was actually shocked how soon you actually apply it because I was like, I don't really want to apply it yet. But to be fair, that is the worst sticker, and it's the sticker positioning that's the thing. All the rest of the stickers are frankly really good, and
they're very cute. It's one of the few instances I enjoy putting stickers on is Harry Potter sets because it'll be cute little Easter eggs from candies or ghouls and magical creatures and things like that. So I've actually enjoyed putting these stickers down, except for that one.
Were there a lot of printed tiles though? Like you'd think a set like that maybe you'd have more printed tiles.
No, the set that surprised me actually that had a lot of printed tiles, that had all printed tiles, was the Hogwarts micro scale castle.
That's what I'm building. That's what I'm building right now.
Oh, we'll have a look at that in a sec then, because Lady McBrick was building that. But yeah, there's some of the stickers.
Come on.
Go back a little bit. Go back a little bit. I think come back. That's it. You're there. Yeah, Gringotts TS bag.
Why would you do this?
I mean, it was years ago that they got rid of. They used to have multi-brick spanning stickers. But nobody liked that either. But if there ever was a time to bring them back, I guess that would be it. Because that sticker just does not.
For that one, I mean, come on. I mean, Gene, I'm sure everyone in LAN has fed that back to Lego. They're saying, you've got a magnificent set. And the only reason I couldn't have a word with the designers about it is because we had a national train strike that day. And I wanted to speak to the designers because they were going to be signing at Leicester Square, which apparently is still the world's largest Lego store until Australia gets their one. And then I'm going to market Leicester Square as being the best one in the world. I don't know. We'll see. That probably trigger even more people. But
that was a point as well. Just wanted to quickly ask: could you imagine if that set with the Gringotts sticker thing? What if that was a print and that gap between the two T's was forced?
It was permanent. Yeah, that would have been rough.
What kind of brick surgery do you think people would do then?
Rub it out.
Rub out and write it on in Sharpie.
Get a black Sharpie, write it on. Yeah, there we go.
But at least it won't look like 3 separate words. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, Sam. Sam, what have you been building recently? Then we'll come back to the Venator in just a sec, G. Because we've got. I mean, that's 2 really amazing sets you're doing there, G. The Gringotts, which seems like only came out 2 weeks ago, folks. It literally was 2 weeks today it came out. And it's like, it's all Venator now. But that is Lego for you, folks. That is Lego. That is the beauty of the beast.
An exciting fall for sure.
I definitely one of the golden age this fall. It really is. But anyway, talking of beauties and beasts, but more beautiful than beast.
That is, of course, I wasn't sure where that was going. That's good.
All right, I round it in. Yeah. How you doing, Sam? What you been up to? What you building? And what's this here about you and Beyond the Brick? What's all that about?
Oh, Beyond the Brick, it was just one of my old mocks got reposted onto it. Beyond that, well, it's funny that we were talking about mechs earlier because I've gone on to make. I started a project which was probably not a smart idea, but I've had a lot of fun doing it. It's still a work in progress. But I wanted to build a Star Wars mech that fit one of the Star Wars mechs in it as a character.
All right.
So this is where I'm at so far. The legs are a little bit jank and connecting. If I shift
Hold on a minute. So this is like this is the equivalent of doing like the UCS Iron Man.
Basically, yeah. So it's like that's the set on and he will fit inside this.
Oh, you're gonna put the Stormtrooper helmet on it?
Oh no, yeah. The helmet is going to be the actual Stormtrooper helmet. I'm not changing that.
Yeah.
And then like these are like the legs. They're already put together.
Bloody hell, Sam! That's amazing.
Oh, it's
I love
very
that.
good. So yeah, I've had a lot of fun building that.
Sign him up. Season 5, Lego Masters.
Yeah,
can they have Scottish people in Lego Masters in America? I don't know. Can they? Does it work like that? Can we have any Brits? I mean, look at that.
That's what it's like when the legs
Oh,
are
man.
Like my hips ache.
It does hold.
That's massive.
The Star Wars version of the Hulkbuster armor.
Exactly, yeah. And Superman.
yeah.
Sam, honestly, that's so good. Honestly, Sam, you're brilliant. You really are. Are you going to be showing this stuff at some point?
Eventually. I'll probably bring it to Bricktastic next year.
Oh, I'm going to be there, mate. I'll be there.
Yeah, you can
have
see
you booked your room for it yet?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, good man. So have I, actually. So have I. And Minifiku, have you booked yours out there yet? He talked to me the other day. I said, he goes, I haven't done it yet. Bearing in mind, I just booked all of my flights to America. So I booked the flight to Chicago. I got the flight internally from Chicago to Boston. See my brother. Then I'll be flying back with my wife at that point back to the UK. Sam, have you booked any of your stuff yet? Or are you I think you're going out there with a group of friends, aren't you?
To Chicago. I haven't booked any of that stuff yet, but I will be going. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The only reason I did it this week is because BA actually had a sale on. That's the only reason I booked it.
Oh, okay.
But I was looking at some of them and I was like, it's like they want £1,000 or something like that.
It's a lot, yeah.
It was really bad. It was like 1,000. I was like, bloody heck, that's expensive. One place I was looking at was £2,000, but then I thought, I can't really go business class. And then I looked at economy, and I was like, okay, that's all right. That's not too bad. But it's like before you even get there, you've spent £1,000. So anyway, it is one of the best Lego conventions in the world, so totally worth it.
What's the date? Do they have the dates? I mean, imagine if you guys booked it, they must. What are the dates? They have?
It will be. It's always
June?
on Father's Day, around Father's Day. So
early
June. Yeah. So basically, the week leading up to Father's Day. So I'm going to be. I land on June the 10th, and I'll be there for 6 days, and then I'm slinging my yoke and going to Boston to recover.
Well, I will see you guys there.
Oh, fantastic, Lewis. I can't wait, honestly. And hopefully I'm not going to be the shortest one there because Sam, you're about 6'4", aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just a little old 6 foot. I am. More. Are you going to be going there as well?
I'll be there, and I got you covered on the shortest person there, so we're good.
Oh,
so,
okay. You're good. Oh,
yeah,
you're going to be shorter than me, are you?
Yeah, I'll be the shortest. Yeah.
You look about 5'8", I'd say 5'8", and
I wish. I am 5'2". I am 5'2".
Really 5 foot.
I'm a little dude. I'm a little guy.
A little dude.
I consider it economic in terms of height.
Like in this country, right? If you're only about 5 foot tall, you can basically still get into kids trainers, which means you buy trainers for tax free in this country. Kids don't pay tax on their trainers. I don't know why that is, but anyway, it goes back centuries ago, I think. But yeah, imagine that. Lewis, how tall are you? I'm intrigued.
What's that?
How tall are you? Because you look about 5'8". I'm gonna go 5'8".
No, I'm about 5'10" and 3/4.
5'10" and 3/4. My God, he's
almost 5'11".
All right, good stuff. Like I say, Sam's 6 foot tall. So he's massive in every sense of the word.
I need to raise my chair a little bit, clearly.
That's what I do. I got boosters on my chair. Gene, you're actually quite. How can I put it? Not that tall. I don't know. I always thought you was.
I was getting ready to hear what you were going to say.
That's an official measurement. Not that tall.
I always thought she was 6'1" because she's got to be a model or something like that. And then I saw you next to Emmasaurus, and I was like, oh my God, she's actually quite. She's little.
Emily's tall. I'm surprised.
Emily's tall.
She is tall or something, but. Yeah, I always feel that. So all these Lego conventions, I'm like, I take a lot of selfies. Sam will tell you, I'm like, selfie. I just ask everybody like for selfies, and everybody comes down and crouches, and I'm like, no, it's okay to be tall next to me. Like you don't got to crouch down. I'm actually average height. Thank you very much.
Average height. Okay. What's average height in America then? Because there's a lot of people in America.
5'4". Well, for women.
5'4". Oh God, my this is around that, I think.
Victoria Beckham is 5'4".
Okay, all right, okay, very good. Posh Spice.
Gosh,
not bad,
she was
not
the
bad.
best Spice.
I think David Beckham's the same height as me. So there you go. What can I say? Synergy.
You look
He's got
just
good ball
alike,
control as well. What about you,
Both
Luke?
both current Miami residents.
Exactly.
living
Sam got
here
the
now.
reference. What about you, Luke? Luke, you look quite tall. I don't know why I'm doing it. Going around, everyone asking everyone's height.
It's something different. Sure, why not?
Yeah,
Well, the last time I measured myself, I was 5'10".
Oh, okay. All right, no, that's all right. When was the last time you measured yourself?
No idea. Many months ago. I'm probably the same height.
3 months ago.
I don't think I'm ever going to reach 6 foot. It must be said.
No. When you get to my age, you start shrinking anyway, so don't worry about it. You really do. In height, that is, folks. In height, in case you're wondering. What about you,
thanks for the
Andrew?
clarification. Oh boy.
Yeah, exactly. So just
hot
to
in
avoid
here.
any doubt out there.
Hey, it's still 2 p.m. over here. It's not after dark yet.
What can I say? That must be rude. Honestly, Brick and Brood. Andrew, you're on mute. You're on mute. But what's
no.
I mean, you've got to be.
Emily got it there. I'm 6'2". There you go.
6'2". Oh my god. All right, I'm gonna have to get booster shoes or something like that when I go out there.
You can just stand next to me the whole time if you like. It'll help.
I thought pop you on me back, more. We can go around. We can go around as like
6 feet or.
I'm 6 foot. I'm exactly 6 foot. But when people look at me, they think I'm 5'10". But I swear to you,
you know what's funny? My husband is also 6 feet, and he loves to say I'm exactly 6 feet. What is it about you guys?
When I see him, we'll do a back-to-back thing.
Yeah,
that's it. I won't do my hair too tall or anything like that because that puts inches on me. It really does. Anyway, very cool, very cool. Anyway, look, we like I say, folks, you lovely lot that's out there as well. We got the likes of Jordan Perry. Jordan, welcome to the stream. Great to have you here. Rob the Builder. I think it's the first time you tuned in. Anyway, loving it. Loving the hats as well. Can't wait to ask him about his hat collection. And in fact, he does a load of running as well. I'm starting to get into the running. I'm losing a bit of weight now, folks. It's coming off quite nicely. I'm in Spain in a couple of weeks. So what can I say? I'm going to try and get the beach bod, or at least get some sort of bod. Whereas if I am laying down on the beach, people don't come along and throw water over me thinking that I'm some sort of beached wow or something like that. That is the idea. But anyway, let's see what Andrew's building, because Andrew looks like, that's okay, Brick and Brood, folks, in the top right corner here. He actually looks like he's building a set from episode 7 of Star Wars that I've not seen for years. I've got it, but I've never built it. Ray Speeder, if I remember right.
I just added it to the collection. I just opened it up.
Nice.
I
love that way.
There we go.
The potential.
Boom.
I love that.
So here it is. We got Ray's Speeder. Comes with I'm not sure what this guy's name is.
Oh, I think he's just got a generic name.
Unkar's Thug.
Was that in the movie?
I guess so.
Yeah, he was horrible. He was the one that wasn't particularly nice to BB-8.
Aw.
Yeah, exactly.
So no BB-8 in this set, but yeah, just a cheap little Star Wars Episode 7 set there.
It's a really good little set, dude. Yeah, what does it say his name is on the front? I'm sure it was a generic name. I don't know why.
I think it says Unkar's Thug or something.
Yeah. That's it. He just came around with some sort of spanner as well. Look, they got those in space as well, folks. What can we say? And Ray was in old robes. What a great film! I love that film. I really did.
Anyways,
the only thing is, I just wish in that film when they had the lightsaber and Ray, I think Ray was trying to get hold of it, and so was Kylo Ren. I just wish when it went through the forest, I just wish that was when Luke actually was there, and when like that, he would have gone yes. But anyway, that didn't happen. Luke got his lightsaber, slung it over his head, which was a shame. But there we go.
Have you guys ever seen Freddie Prinze Jr. talk about Star Wars? Like that clip with him talking about what David Filoni taught him?
Yeah.
No, tell us about it. No.
I don't want to. I'll probably mess it up, but I mean, Gene might do a better job at explaining it. But basically, he says like how the Force, how the Force works, how it's just all about balance, and how Darth Vader, Lord Sidious, instead of trying to like kill Darth Vader, he seduced him because he knew that if he killed Anakin, that there would be another guy coming. So if he took the, I don't know, I'm gonna mess this up here. It's all about balance, the good guys and bad guys. So he knew if he beat the good guy, then another good guy would come in his place. So he seduced the good guy, so there would be two bad guys, and that's why there was twins, Luke and Leia. was that they were supposed to be balanced to Darth Vader and Sidious. So, anyways, it's all about balance. And so he's saying, if you know who won the last one, that's who's going to the next. Like, so if the bad guys win, the good guys are going to win next. If the good guys win, the bad guys are going to win next. Because the Force is all about balance. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, and it's all about how you do win as well, and what you do want to win as well. Because there's winning and there's winning. It's really weird. At least when you talk to a litigation lawyer, it is anyway. They might lose the whole case, but there's something in particular that they want to win. It's bizarre. It really is, folks. It's mind-bogglingly interesting. But anyway, I'm curious actually. Has everyone? I know Luke's not seen it yet, but is it? And probably the Brick Bods because they don't really do Star Wars. Ian does, but he's not allowed. But has everyone else seen Ahsoka?
I am caught up.
Yeah.
Lewis is there. Sam must have seen it if he hasn't.
Never heard of the girl.
Never heard of it. Ahsoka.
Yeah, without getting anyone without getting anyone upset with me, is it too unpopular of an opinion to say that even though I like it, Andor was better?
No, not at all. Because I noticed that you
Very
voted
fair.
no in my poll on Instagram. I think Andor is brilliantly written. Love the
I think
story.
Andor is the best show. The Andor was just brilliantly executed on every angle, like the story, the acting, the directing, the music.
100%.
Yeah,
Everything.
So I agree with you.
It was great. I will say this: I was for the first time I think ever somewhat impressed with Hayden Christensen's acting. Right? It was much better.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people
It was much better than anything he did previously. I think.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah,
I'm with
Maybe they
I'm with you on
auto-tuned
that.
his performance or something.
But do you think it's because here's a theory then? Here's a theory, a Star Wars theory, and it's not from him. Though I do recommend him, folks. He's quite good. Do you think he's based his version of Anakin now on the cartoon, the Clone Wars, as opposed to Anakin that was in the movies? What do you reckon about that?
I don't remember what I watched Clone Wars a long time ago, so I don't.
Yeah.
But I will say it was a much more enjoyable version of Anakin than anything I saw in the prequels. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
But-
he was
but
an
that-
annoying,
little kid.
petulant- Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it was
you wouldn't
not-
have him in your school, would you, Lewis?
No, I'd kick him out.
Yeah, you suspend him.
I don't even have that authority, but I'd kick him out.
But what do you think, MoreAmor? Do you think this is him playing Anakin as he was portrayed in the Clone Wars, as opposed to the movies, or do you think he's maybe become a better actor, or do you think he actually works really well having a bit of a fatherly sort of figure?
I think it's a little bit of him being a bit of a better actor at this point, or perhaps really getting into it in a way to suit the writing in that moment, as well as all the references that we are seeing to Clone Wars. I think he's trying to emulate that version of him, to as well as the acting. Maybe there's a little skill up there. Who knows? It's hard to say. I mean, when you see someone perform in one of these shows or a movie or anything like that, a lot of it is the actor, but then you got to take into consideration the writing and the direction.
Yeah.
And I believe that maybe it was that combination. To me, it came off a lot better than what I've seen him do in the past, as well as if we're comparing it to like the version you see in like that timeline of the Clone Wars. I think he's trying to blend a lot of that together with the experience he has at this point.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we see in the end product in that episode. So
yeah, and I just thought I thought it was. I mean, it's not only in that episode, the story that was really telling for me. It was all the imagery around it as well, and what it stands for and things like that. I gotta be honest, I get goosebumps every time I think about it. The scenes where he's walking back through the smoke and you get the flashes when he becomes Darth Vader again and it's back, and I'm just like, dude, they are they're up there. Because my favorite scene ever in Star Wars is in Rogue One, which is a brilliant film.
Yeah.
When Vader's in that corridor, and I get chills every time I think about it. I mean, look at this, folks.
I mean, the way they connected it back to episode, whatever, 4 was amazing.
But here's the thing. I wonder if they're ever going to actually tell us, is Anakin a vision then? Or is he something that can walk through different time loops? Because he said in it, And this isn't becoming an Ahsoka Star Wars stream, folks. We just what can I say? We love
spoiler
it.
alert.
A spoiler alert. But there is there's that scene where he says where she says I won't fight you, and he says oh, I've heard that before, and that was Luke. That was a Luke line. So it's almost as though he's kind of embodied this other kind of Anakin, but it became I don't know. It's really interesting, and it's maybe it doesn't need to be explained. Maybe half the charm of this, and more. Definitely want to know what you think about this. Maybe some of the charm of that is not knowing exactly and explaining it and theorizing about it. Makes it all the more interesting.
Yeah, I think the mystery there is, right? Because yes, Ahsoka seeing this and then getting these memories kind of brought back up. There was that question in my mind of like, what exact is this? Is this something we're just seeing as a projection of her mind, and this is like an internal thing that she's processing, or is this something different? Hard to know. But definitely, I think I really loved how they did handle at least all of that. I think they did a great job with it. But yeah, there's that question of, or am I overthinking it? Which is also another thing.
But I know, the thing is, though, we've all grown up with it all our lives, and I was never a prequel fan. I became more of a prequel fan because of the Clone Wars cartoon, and then I appreciated the films even more because. Like Johnny Builds out there has said, he goes, Lucas is a great director, but horrible at dialogue. Completely agree. In the OT, people constantly told him no to things. In the prequels, he did what he wanted. True. I just think he worked better with another director, someone that would say no to him occasionally. But what I will say about the original three, as opposed to the last three that we had, there was a story there, a start, a middle, and an end. We didn't have that in the last film, or the last three films. In fact, the first one, very, very good. The second one, different director, totally took the film in a different direction. And the third one, well, he tried to rehash it and retcon a few things, and it kind of didn't work, and Palpatine came out of nowhere. But that can be addressed now. That could actually be addressed, the Palpatine thing. So time will tell, as always. Sam, what did you think of Anakin's the vision of Anakin, or whatever he actually was in this iteration of him?
I'm curious to think if he will show up back again in the show, because apparently, like, not all of his trailer lines were in the episode, so there's a chance that there's more of him to come. But I kind of feel like that his part is already like. You got all of it. I don't feel like I was missing anything from what he had to say in this. So I'll be curious to see if he does. Yeah. I did definitely enjoy it, though.
But the story was around kind of Ahsoka finishing off, because she said the line, I think, in like episode 1 or 2, where she says, I never actually finished my training with Anakin. The training is now finished. And I said right at the start, I did not understand, because there was a lot of talk about the scene at the end of episode 1, I think it was, or maybe episode 2, where Ahsoka comes for Sabine, and they do a shot for shot. She walks along, and Sabine's there looking at the mural of the team, the rebels, and it's always bothered me that they did it almost, I wouldn't say line for line, but scene for scene, except for
the helmet.
Ahsoka.
Oh.
No, I was going to say Ahsoka being in grey, and in the cartoon she was in white. And I've always said there's this grey-white thing, and maybe a Gandalf thing going on as well. But you never know. But yeah, what was the thing about the helmet, G? Tell me about that.
Well, in the cartoon and the Rebels ending, she touches the mural and then turns around and puts her helmet on, and then walks towards Ahsoka. So I was waiting for that moment, and she goes up to Ahsoka without her helmet, and I was like, hey, this is supposed to be scene for scene. But also, yeah, I would have liked to see Ahsoka in her Gandalf the white attire. Like, that would have been epic.
How about this, right? What about at the end? I bet this is a complete theory, this thing. But what about at the end of this series? She somehow goes back in time, and this is if time travel becomes a thing in Star Wars. And instead of, and she's basically goes to that point again, where Sabine becomes her Padawan, but this time she will be in white. and not grey. I don't know. I just wonder because they've retconned that otherwise.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I mean,
we'll
we've
see.
definitely seen them do time travel before.
Have we? Where?
In Rebels, when
That's what I was
Ezra
going to
pulls,
ask.
in Rebels, when Ezra pulls
Yes.
her out of the
Yeah.
battle with Vader, that's how she survives.
Yeah.
And he puts her back in, but that's how she survived.
Yeah. So that was absolutely time travel, and that's why that could happen again at a point. But we'll see. It's unraveling. We've got lots of questions, folks, and that's good because we're not really too sure what's happening, and that makes a change really, because this is almost like branching off a little bit. Thrawn, we don't know what goes on, and a lot of people, I'm sure, are kind of thinking about the old books and legends and stuff like that. But we'll have to see, and that's kind of exciting. And most people are actually enjoying it. And if they don't think it's the best, it's kind of close, you know. Anyway, let's roll it back to Lego. Let's keep it going with Lego. We won't go too much into Lego Star Wars just yet, but I want your thoughts on the Venator, Gene. That's for sure. But Lewis, tell us a little bit about this Harry Potter Hogwarts set that you're building.
Well, it's I was attracted to it because I've never done a micro scale build before, so it's my first time doing that.
Very good.
Plus, it just looked really nice, and I loved all the details and all the little scenes from the movie they included in it. So I don't know. I was just curious to build it. So I'm still very early on, as you can see.
Oh yeah.
But I'm liking it so far. It's got.
Let's have a look. Yeah, because there's a lot of detail that you've done there. There's
That's the Chamber of Secrets. It looks like
it is with the old snakes and stuff.
And then I guess the
got
chess
chess sets there.
game.
Yeah, it's the big old chess set thing. I remember that.
I think that's supposed to be the mirror of. I forget what it's called.
Oh yeah, the eye. I was
There's
really
eye
sad about that.
backwards.
Yeah, it's the Mirror of Erised, but I was like, I don't.
Doesn't
Which
seem
one
like
is
the right
mirror?
place for it. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I found that really sad because they said it's more damaging to people to keep just sitting there and looking at it and seeing things that again, it was Harry Potter meets What If. It really was. That was a What If moment.
I did find an error in the instructions, which is always kind of cool for me. I don't know.
Oh, what did you find? What did you find wrong? Feed it back, Jay. Feed it back.
Oh, I found this. You're probably
There's
talking
an-
about the same one. I don't
Yeah, there's
remember
a
it.
part early on that they ask you for that is not actually in that step. So.
Oh, okay.
And I'd be curious if you see the error in the instructions later on. I don't remember which.
There's
part
another
it is
one?
in the second book. Yeah.
Well, there's two to look forward to.
Yeah.
So yeah, they don't come across very often, but every now and then I find a little error here or there.
They don't. All right, let's see what
but
the
so
chat
far
says.
it looks great. I mean, I love the. I mean, I'm not done with it, but just what I've seen, it looks awesome. So I'm excited to build it.
Yeah, I think it looks beautiful. Nicole, aka Lady McBrick, she was building that with me whilst I was building Gringotts, and I was just blown away how good it was. I mean, it's just so nice as well.
Yeah,
and I just feel like I've had 4 weeks of doing Harry Potter stuff. I had a couple of weeks building Diagon Alley, which was absolutely sensational. And then I finished that on the Wednesday, and then come the Saturday, I was building Gringotts.
This is actually my first ever Harry Potter set.
Good man. Well, it's a great reference point, and definitely kind of. I like all these sort of things because I mean, unlike Gene, if I'm kind of building something Star Wars, I kind of put something a bit Star Warsy on in the background. Or if I'm being a bit cheeky, maybe Star Trek. But yeah, I'll have to definitely check out Suits. That's for sure. Let's see what some of the people are saying in the chat. So Rob the Builder, he's saying, I think that the Anakin is more at peace, and Anakin with coming back after Darth Vader, so the anger isn't a boiling point like the prequels, but it's still there. Yeah. And for a split second, Rob, she went almost Sith-like. The eyes, they changed. It was almost like a sort of a Bruce David Banner thing. It was almost like she was going to Hulk out or something like that. But no, she kept it cool. And it then goes on to say, I think that Ahsoka coming back from the world between worlds as Ahsoka the White gives a pretty good indication that we won't see Anakin again. I do kind of agree. I don't think there's anything more he really needs to do. But if there is, then I'm intrigued to know what that possibly could be. So what could it possibly be? Minifig Who he goes on to say that the wibbly wobbly tiny wimey is Star Wars, or in Star Wars. Anyone would think David Tennant was in it. Well, there you go. See, that is the guy, the voice behind Hu Yang, I think it's called. But yeah, interesting. His name almost sounds. Yeah, Hu Yang is David Tennant. Who basically had the really good line of saying, you know, I told them to stay together, but they never listened to me. I thought, it's quite sad. I really did. And the only thing I was lacking this week was seeing a bit more Balin. I actually love Balin Skull.
So
Dude,
good.
I can't get enough of him. He's just like,
it's too bad he passed away because he's awesome. And that character, I would have loved to have seen him in the Star Wars universe for forever.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, what do you? Well, Luke's not seen it yet because he did it. But Luke, you're in for a treat when you see it. More and more with the Balin Skull thing. I almost hope he does get killed off in this season. Don't you? Because then there's some sort of the loose ends are tied up as far as that's concerned.
Yeah, I do feel like that would be the way to do it, right? Is to kind of tie up that whole his part of that whole thing. Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do. I think just like you, that's what I would kind of hope for, or at least expect to see to kind of tie that off. But I don't know. Do you think that's what's gonna happen specifically?
Well, all I hope they don't do is like what they did with Princess Leia, and because she got blown out the cruiser, and it was like, oh my god, they've done it. That's it. End it there. That's that. But no, then she did Mary Poppins, and it was like, oh no. And I could only imagine what Sam was going through when he saw that scene. But yeah, I don't know. It was. I mean, they did an okay job in the end, but I just thought that could have been it there and then.
I reckon the next episode's going to be very Balin heavy because he wasn't in this episode at all. I think it's mainly going to be him and Sabine talking to each other through the thing. So,
they better bring Thrawn in soon too, because there's 2 episodes left.
That's it. I mean, he might just be in the last one. Sam looks like he's frozen in time.
Very disappointing.
Look at that. There's a man frozen in time, folks. It really is. Look at that. Oh, he's back. He's back. You was frozen for a second, Sam. You was frozen there. He didn't have any eyes. He didn't have any eyes already.
Oh my god.
It was
he's like Sasquatch.
A Sasquatch. But yeah, I don't know. Let's see what they're saying out there. So, what did I see from Shai? Shai's complaining. He says he needs some Thrawn in his life. There he goes. There it is. There. Oh, in capitals as well. He goes, I just need Thrawn in my life already. I can't wait for that. I cannot wait till we see him. But the thing is, right? I mean, I know that apparently Thrawn has been kind of getting in touch with the Morgan, albeit because she says he's calling out to her. But is it really him? Because I don't know. It might not be. And also as well, who's to say he might have just met someone and thought, oh, do you know what? I can't be bothered with this Imperial malarkey anymore. I'm going to go and put my feet up, take it easy, and retire. And Ezra. No one's talking about Ezra. Ezra might be like he might have thought, actually, Thrawn, I think you actually got good ideas. Actually, I'm going to join you. So. You know, what do you think about that, Jean? Got any thoughts on that one?
I don't know. I hope he's alive. I have a lot of different opinions just because of reading the Ascendancy trilogy and then the other Thrawn trilogy. They're like the new trilogies, not the ones from the 90s. Yeah. They were written by the same author, and it's like Thrawn isn't. I hate to be the person. Like Thrawn's not a bad guy. He's strategic, and he always, his loyalty is steadfast, and he puts the ascendancy, the Chiss ascendancy, before everybody. And so I'm just curious how that worked out. Like I read like fan fictions even that Thrawn takes Ezra back to the ascendancy and, you know, to help them with this battle in the outer regions and the chaos. So I really have no idea where they're going to take it. Where I would like to see them take it, it's like Thrawn and Ezra have been like buddy cop kind of movie in the outer regions, and Ezra's been annoying the shit out of Thrawn. Oh, sorry.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry.
Yeah.
It's only 3:00 in America. What's going on? I'm only joking.
Yeah,
Like that would be fun for me to see. And that's kind of where I've always imagined that was going to happen before we even, before there was even the idea that we would be getting a story about the fate of what happened to them.
Are those books canon?
Yes, yeah. So there's 6 books that are canon in the Thrawn trilogy. 3 of them are before. 3 of them happened
these are not the old.
Not from the 90s, no. They're
Okay.
still written by Timothy Zahn, and they are canon now in the canon universe. 3 of them occur during the time of the Clone Wars-ish, and then the other 3 are during the reign of the Empire. Just to give you a timeline. But I feel like we're just going super off topic now. And I could talk about Thrawn and Star Wars forever.
We can indeed, and we will get to the Venator as well. Okay, so Johnny Builds, I think we haven't got to it yet. Johnny Builds says, I have a feeling that Thrawn is going to be disappointed, or they will only have him show up at the very end as a hook for another season, which would be awful. I don't know, we're kind of good at the same time as well. If anyone's watched Star Trek Strange New Worlds season 2, blimey, that gives a new meaning to the term cliffhangers. That did. But anyway, let's rate it in a little bit to the Lego side of things. Luke, what have you been up to recently in terms of sort of Lego stuff? Because little Dicky Bird tells me you've been doing less trains and more cars. So tell me what all that's about and why.
Well, simply, but it's a bit of a story, really. So I need to make sure I got the date right. So I did a Lego show back in, where was it to? Was it July? Hang on, I got it on a list.
Only a couple of months ago, then.
So mid-July, I did a Lego show with the best club in the Southwest, just so I quickly represent. And every single Lego show I've done, I've brought my train layout with me, made out of Lego from scratch. It was really good. And every single show I've done, the layout was in a different orientation, depending on how many tables I've got, depending on the venue, etc. And between shows, I was always upgrading, and I've been doing this for like 2.5 years. But I've been building trains for well over a decade. After that show, it was weird because I've been, again, with all the shows I've done, it's always been trains, it's always been railway. And setting up that layout, it's normally just me and my dad. And my dad will sometimes be off helping the lug in other ways. So it's just me setting up this big layout. And it takes 1.5 hours, maybe 2 hours, depending on how big it's going to be for that show. After that event, it took, again, 1.5 hours to pack down. I thought, I can't do this anymore. I don't have any more trains I actually want to build. The layout itself, yes, it's big and it's lovely to look at, but I have to wait for shows in order to play with it. I need a break. I just needed a break from trains. So again, in the club, I'm known, like there's a couple of people in the club who are called Luke. So there's me and like 3 others who are Luke. So we described ourselves as Luke 1, Luke 2, Train Luke, Other Luke. And yeah,
that's what it's like in the west of the country, folks. It really is. It's probably related to him as well. Is he like your cousin or something like that, Luke?
No relation. It's just the best way of differentiating us, and it works. The thing is that really works. Okay. But the funky thing is, before I built train stuff, again, I first started building trains over a decade ago. Before I did that, it was all cars. And in taking a break, I thought, what do I want to build next? I like Ninjago, maybe do something like that. Do I try and build a spaceship? Like, what do I go for? And I thought, you know what? I've always been tantalized by Speed Champions cars. So I got some of them, modified them, made a couple of custom ones, and I now have like a fleet of cars, a collection of cars. I got 26 at the moment. A cluster muck of cars. A pod of cars, yeah. So I got 26 at the moment. The latest one I've built, I just had here just for the sake of having something to show. This one in particular, I'm actually quite keen.
This is a mock. Just be clear, this is a mock. You can't buy this, folks. This is a one-off Luke special.
This is not available in the shops.
What have you called this car? The Skywalker one or something?
No,
like
this is actually the funny thing, because I thought, oh yeah, I could build cars again. I remember doing that all those years ago. So I also remember building a yellow car that had more detail than any of the other ones I made. Ooh, and nice. Again, this was 12 or so years ago, so half my age now, basically. And I thought, let's just call it something simple. So I called it the GT V8. It was nothing special, but the car itself meant a lot to me because it had the most amount of detail and work put into it. So I thought, I remember having a car that was yellow and had black details on it. So I went ahead and rebuilt it. I don't know why I moved it over to that side. And yeah, it's just, I know it's had ideas for more cars flooding back, and it's been a nice breath of fresh air. I remember making a post in the club's group page saying, yes, I know I'm trained, Luke, but I'm actually at the moment sick to death. I don't want to see any railways for the rest of the year.
Why don't you call yourself like Transport Luke or something like that?
Transport Luke. Yeah, well, that's a thing as well, because I'm trained Luke again. I thought, right, for now I'm going to be Speed Champions Luke, but I'm also Wrestling Belt Luke as well, so it's a bit back and forth. So I am, I'm a combination of cars, train. I'm trains, planes, and automobiles.
Planes. Yeah, planes, trains, and automobiles. Luke, that would be.
Well, I do want to make a spaceship.
One of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah. Play that is. Do you know? I remember that film. There was a scene in that film. I specifically remember. Now, bear in mind that film, Lewis. That film must be 20 years old now.
Easy,
easy 20 years. Like basically, Luke was probably 4 when it came out. I remember there's this scene where this guy wakes up I can't even remember who the stars were. And the guy,
John Candy and Steve Martin.
Steve Martin. I was going to say just Steve Martin. Yeah. Anyway, the guy wakes up in the morning and he's in the bathroom in a hotel. He's washing his face and he's like, he dries his face on a towel. And as the camera pans back, it turns out it's a pair of John Candy's underwear. And,
first of all, he walks in with his sleepy eyes, whatever. He starts splashing the water in his face, and it's the water. When he looks in the water, there's John Candy has washed his socks in there. It was dirty sock water. So he just, with his eyes closed, he reaches for like the towel on the side, and he grabs and starts drying his face, and it turns out he pulls it apart.
I think the Scottish do that.
It's his giant underwear. John Candy's underwear. He's drying his face with. It's a classic movie. It's very funny.
Yeah,
you all haven't seen it, watch it.
Yeah, I wonder if it's age well, Steve Martin. But yeah, no, cool. Anyway, Luke, so you say, so what other cars have you done, Luke? You can't just done a yellow one. You said you've done a whole fleet of them.
Yeah, but they're in a box and they're all bubble wrapped, so I have to get them out.
Well, no, you don't have to, but I just thought you might want to show them off. That's all. But what about one of your belts? You got one of your belts to hand? Come on, if you're Luke wrestling belt and car belt, you need to show us one of your wrestling belts.
I can. I have a dodgy idea though, solely on the basis that I need to make sure a certain somebody isn't watching and doesn't see this before his birthday in October.
Oh, in that case,
should we live a little? I don't think he's watching. I think he'll be all right. So basically,
I could time him out for a little while if you want.
I can. Sorry, let's live a little. So hang on. Let me go grab it. I need to make sure I don't trip over anything.
Now, here's the thing, right, folks? If you want to know who Steve Martin is, check out. And I'm not joking, folks. Gene, this is my tip for you for the week. Check out Only Murders in the Building on Disney Plus. Honestly,
Murders in the Building.
It's so good.
It's on Hulu here in the US.
Yeah. I just canceled my Hulu.
Oh no.
You gotta get it because, as Greg mentioned earlier, The Bear is also amazing. So 2 good reasons to watch it.
Gene, have you not seen The Bear?
No.
Oh, Gene.
Awesome.
Oh, Gene.
I've not seen The Bear. I've not seen The Bear.
Yeah. You're shouting like Cyclops right now.
Come on, Gene. Yeah, Gene. Oh, Gene.
We're covering all fandoms in this one today.
Yeah, blimey, that was a crossover and a half. That was, but yeah, more and
more. We're crossing streams here.
Yeah. Oh my God, The Bear. I mean, the guy's eye candy for a start, which I had Lauren on, and she absolutely loves him. Planet Tech. Selena Gomez she's the one who's singing the music to this week's theme of London Calling, and I didn't actually know that was the Selena Gomez. And I just thought she's got really like a funny, an interesting voice, and I thought I wonder if she sings because she's got that kind of voice, it's got a really nice tone to her voice. Anyway, turns out she's quite a well-known singer. So there we go. I've been listening to loads of Selena Gomez this week, and that's why I picked that one for that. So anyway, things you learn. But yeah, no, check it out, folks. Honestly, Only Murders in the Building. It's quite funny as well. It's quite gruesome. It's quite funny, and Steve Martin is very, very cool in it. He really is. Minark says he's got to leave a little earlier this evening. Super awesome stream. And I'll catch up the rest of it on replay, friends. Take care. Take care, Minark.
Thanks, Minark.
we'll listen. We'll listen to what Luke's got to say. He's going to show us off something. Hopefully, I don't need to time someone out. But if I do, just let me know. And then we'll do the draw. G's going to help me do the draw for this, folks. I was going to do a really high technical draw tonight. It seems the technology has not been created yet, so I need to get myself between worlds and create something to pull myself out of this. But anyway, Luke, back to you, my friend. Show us your mocks.
Yeah, okay. So, yes, you can see in the background, I've got 3 full-size wrestling belts built out of Lego. I've posted these somewhere, so it saves having to get these down, but I've made a 4th. So, the story for this one is, again, there's a guy in my Lego club who is a fan of wrestling like me. When he saw these, he was jealous. I was like, yeah, I could totally understand because this is absolutely up his alley. Ooh. Now, it's his birthday coming up in about 6 or 7 weeks. And I thought, okay, there we got things going on for him, but I can absolutely make another one of these for him as a birthday present. His favorite belt design for all the wrestling fans out there is...
hold on, let's make it bigger.
I think my...
See what you're doing.
Oh, God damn it. My screen is too... I need to get a picture of the... Well, I've got the picture. I need to make sure I can actually be seen.
Yeah, I don't want to see a picture of your girlfriend.
No.
You show that later.
Can't quite see it properly, but it's supposed to be...
Nice brick wall in the background like that.
That's not the actual... Yeah, that's the picture of the real belt. That's his... Is that going to work? That's better. So that's the actual belt in question. It's called the Winged Eagle belt, and it's amongst wrestling fans as one of the best designed belts, again, amongst fans. Seeing as that's his favorite belt design too. Luke, if you're watching, look away now.
What's another Luke?
By the way, there we go.
I thought he was talking to himself then.
Nice.
Yeah, he's Luke 1. I'm trained Luke. I'm Luke 1. So I'm struggling to get this in the frame because I'm sat in such a position where I've got an angled wall.
I know you've got a very triangular house.
Yeah, it's really weird. So is that going to work? Oh, there we go. That'll have to do.
Oh, dude, it looks really cool though.
So that's the belt.
Wow.
Again, it's so that it follows the what's it called? It's a dual plate. So you've got gold and sort of silverish plating on the belts, and I've represented that with yellow and light grey. It's the first belt I've done where it actually does that. I was a bit unsure if I actually liked it, but the more I looked at it, the more I was actually quite impressed with this. It's a shame I'm gonna have to give this away because there's a side of me that's like, oh, I really want to keep this. But yes, being a wrestling belt, of course, I need to get. Yeah, awkward situation here. It does, of course, fit on the shoulder. It's, again, very awkward angle for me to try and demonstrate this, but this is up there.
How did you get it to kind of bend round? Did you put a couple of hinges in it, that sort of thing?
Yes, hinges. So if I try and juggle this around again, it's definitely possible.
You can tell he's from Gert Lug, folks.
Yeah. Shout out. Yes. Here we go. So how easy is that to see? So in there, that hinges. It's the, what would you count it as? A 1x4 hinge piece. It's got the hinge in there. It's like the plate and the brick version. But yeah, that allows that to swing open in such a way where I can get it to fold on my shoulder. There's been people, I've been able to take this to a show I did in August with the other 3. And there were people saying, oh, why don't you make it so you can actually put it around your waist? And I thought, well, it's possible, but I don't, because these are actually quite heavy and it's Lego, so it's going to be fragile. Yeah, if I build this in such a way where I put this around my waist and it falls off, I don't want to rebuild the big old belts because these do take a few days to make non-stop.
Yeah.
And yeah, these are precious. I need to actually look after these. So that's wrestling belt number 4. I do have more belts I would like to make, but I had to hold off for now solely for the sake of, actually storing them somewhere.
Of course.
But this was a special occasion, again, because it was a gift for someone.
Oh, that's nice. I don't think I've ever actually made anything for anyone, to be honest. That's bizarre. Has anyone on the panel ever actually made something out of Lego to give to someone else as a gift? My money would be on Sam.
I'm far too selfish for my parts to give this to anyone else. Come on now.
You can take the boy out of Scotland, but you can't take Scotland.
Get cash, then we can talk.
This is the thing, though. when it came to making the belt, I was debating with myself. Okay, do I use parts I've already got in my stock, or do I go onto Bricklink and buy a whole new stock of
use
parts?
those ones that the
It was
sun's
half and half.
been sun
Yeah. No, I made sure to
Okay.
use good pieces. Like I will, any parts I've been sun-kissed, I will put them in a box and they go in the bin. Not in the bin, but to a side rather. I won't actually. Yeah,
Oh,
that's a decent.
Well, it's very
Luke,
thoughtful
just
of you, Luke.
gift him the design time, just not the parts. We can pay for the parts.
His birthday present would be an invoice.
I tell you what Sam would do. He'd send in the instructions.
Yeah, send him the instructions.
Like this. Happy birthday and Merry Christmas. Good stuff.
Happy
Danny.
New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everyone. I'll tell you what, folks, we're weeks away from Halloween. And then when we get to Halloween, we'll be like, no, is it Christmas yet? And then we'll be talking about the new modular that's coming out. The potentially.
Yes,
the
I don't know anything
biggest
about that. I'm very curious.
Segue.
Well, it's on its way, that's for sure. January the 1st is when it's going to come out. Apparently, it's got more parts to it than Assembly Square. So if this is the case, I'm getting that on January the 1st and building that. Let's check in with the brick bots because they've been a bit quiet. They're obviously building something, or they're working on their mock. So let's see what they've been up to.
It's because we've got sets where we've got all of the pieces at once, and it's just a nightmare trying to find the pieces. So it's like taking all of that.
You've normally finished about 10 sets.
I know,
by now.
like, because I'm trying not to be too noisy so I can actually hear what you're saying, whereas Ian is not being as courteous.
That's
So
true.
like, he's just rifling through parts really loudly.
Headphones, that's the way to do it, you know it.
I'm going slowly.
Oh, no, I couldn't help but notice that actually, firstly, Ian's actually had a shave and he's looking rather trim as well.
That's what you look like last week.
Yeah, no, this is before Spain, you know.
Yeah.
I trimmed this.
It's kind of growing into it a little bit. I feel.
Yeah,
like.
that is exactly what happens. So I had to note on the calendar how long it takes from shaving to looking acceptable, so that we could use that for the wedding. So I was like, right, at this point, you've got to shave your head so that by the time the wedding comes around, you look normal. Because otherwise, he looks too like Sean. So
I can't imagine him being a skinhead, but now you say it.
no, not that much, but like this is the happy time. I like this bit.
I reckon Ian was a proper student back in the day. Anyway, a story for another time, perhaps. But anyway, Ian, what the heck are you doing with a Star Wars shirt on? Did someone give you that as a present? Or something?
I do have a number of Star Wars t-shirts, yeah.
It was a present.
So
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you know, I'm a software engineer. They just assume.
Oh,
So
yeah. Software
you end up with stuff.
Don't get me going about software engineers. Software engineers in American date formats, folks. Don't get me going. Anyway, Ian, tell me about tell me what you're building for the love of God. Otherwise we'll talk about Throne again, and we'll end the world.
So I'm building. Like, see how far I've got.
Wait, no, he's got a bit further than I have.
Yeah.
So maybe the technique of rifling through loudly works well.
So-
This is one that you'll enjoy. So this is a second-hand set. I don't know if I can hold it close enough to show.
Hold it up. Hold it up. Ian's there to hand.
Yeah.
Trying to work out the best way to do it. These,
Is it
these are
tiny
meant to be
or no?
purple pieces.
What is that?
But hold them closer.
Ian, use your manly hands to hold them up.
So if you see that,
It's kind of like tan coloured, but then if you turn
you
it to
can
the
see at the top.
No.
Green, purple.
yeah.
Oh.
So it's meant to be this
See
colour.
that?
This is the colour it's meant to be,
Yeah.
and it is not.
Lilac. Oh no,
It's very
not.
sad.
And these are second-hand sets. Did you know that they were like that?
Well, it's the risk you take, isn't it, when you buy secondhand?
Yeah.
See, tiny dragon. It's very
But they
cute.
normally say they're in okay condition or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, not when you buy them off like
Facebook
Facebook Marketplace and stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh. I mean, I'm not joking. But I was looking at something on Bricklink the other day because I was looking for a particular set. He said this guy had it advertised. He said, "Oh, a complete set, except it's got no minifigures, no instructions, no box." I'm like, how can you even say that's a full set? Anyway, let's see what's going on. Jean's doing Gringotts, as we know, but we'll talk about her in the Venator in a minute. It's not the way I tee people up here. Andrew's being all quiet. It looks like he's listening to some li-fi music or something like that. But anyway, let's,
No, I'm just agreeing with you. You keep on saying the same thing there, like, oh, we'll get to Gene and the Venator soon. We'll get to the Gene and Venator soon. And it's like, is this like an ongoing joke that I don't know about?
It's the constant hook. I'm running through this stream.
He's building suspense. He's building suspense.
All right.
What's all this?
I don't want to see the Venator, man.
Yeah, I know. We're going to look at the Venator in a minute. Gene's going to bring it over or whatever. I don't know. We just she'll move to one side, zoom in on it. I don't know what else. Tee up, Gene. Tee up. Mythica. What's all that Mythica about? That's some Lego.
You know what? I don't know much about it. I was at the Legoland store in Toronto, and there we go. And they had this set, and I like cool, interesting sets. And this kind of reminds me of Dreams before Dreams came out.
It was
like was that a new set?
I'm trying to look for a year on it right now. 2022.
Really?
Never seen that before.
I know.
That set came out for Legoland here in London, or rather Windsor, just down the corner from where the late Queen lives. Actually, the King's there now, but what do we say? Yeah, there is a ride. That is a ride from Legoland in Windsor.
Okay,
it's nice, isn't it? That's like a tiger, isn't it? Mythica looks like it's a griffin.
I'd say so.
It's a griffin, isn't it? Griffin's half lion, half.
And I just opened up this gift with purchase. Look at all the sticker sheets.
What's the gift we purchased? What's the gift we purchased?
This guy.
Oh, it's a Harry Potter thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I bet Brickapix has probably got that. There she is. There. Hey, Brickapix, how you doing? Oh, look at that for a staircase.
Yeah. Pretty neat, eh?
That's pretty cool. I like that.
Just keep him busy over here.
Yeah, it's keep him busy. It's always the quiet ones. You got to keep your eyes on, folks. It really is. Anyway, come on then. Let's have a look at this Venator. More to the point, I would say, look at it, folks. It's just there.
I can grab it. Let me just move Gringotts out of the way.
Oh, okay. That's Gringotts. It's so 2 weeks ago, Gene. Don't worry about.
I know. I had to put it on pause because vacation.
That's it. Yeah, exactly. That's it. Land be going, why ain't she done a review on it yet? Oh, that sort of stuff. Anyway, there we go. Feel free to drop it.
Don't drop it. I was just about to say.
Yeah, it's kind of
drop test.
Wow.
Wow.
Like, how do I show this? I need to move way further back.
Back a bit. Back a bit.
Look, you're not like me where you have two angled walls next to you. You're good. Straight away, you're good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, Luke, that is the shape of an angled wall.
Amazing if I drop this on the live.
Yeah, feel free to. Honestly, it'll do this.
You know what? You say that with your right hand when it was twitching a little
Look
bit.
at these. These are beautiful. These engines.
They are nice engines.
Totally.
Look at that.
I like
Very
that.
Cool.
I can't unsee that it looks like Jar Jar from this angle.
It does look like Jar Jar.
Yeah, it does.
I've often said, now we see it.
I can't unsee it since you pointed that out, Gene. Thanks.
She just ruined it.
There's a little Easter egg of the Republic gunship nano micro build right here on the hanger.
That's arguably the weakest part of the field, to be fair.
Underside, just a bunch of studs.
That's it. She's got abs as well. I can't believe it. Amazing. You're modeling it to perfection. You really are.
It's hard to do.
I love the engines. I love it. Sam, what do you think of the engines on this?
Big fan of them. It's got a nice back end. What can I say?
It is just like you said. I say. Albeit, they look great. What was your favorite part of building it, G?
Oh my gosh! I mean, here. Can I even put this down and sit down on the chair? I don't know.
Of course you can, because I was thinking it must be getting heavy.
I think it weighs more than my dog. My dog's like 20 pounds. No, it must weigh something like 15, 20 pounds.
Wow. Wow.
I don't know what my favorite. I think building this entire the command bay was a lot of fun and interesting because you build it separately and then you kind of plop it on. But the engines, so I normally hate building engines. Like I'm thinking back to the Tantive engines were just so annoying to build, but these were awesome and obviously they look beautiful. And two of them kind of have a little bit of sag, but they are kind of held up by a Technic pin, so just to alleviate some of that weight. But then the rest of them, the other three actually are great. Yeah, I've never built anything like this before. It's my first big UCS set, but it's my third one. The other one was the Land Speeder and the X-Wing.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm after a
so-
gunship now. I want the gunship. Because
Yeah.
I would have got the new playset gunship. The only problem with it is it doesn't come with any sphere turrets, and I want a gunship with sphere turrets. So I got to get the
That UCS one's going at the end of the year. So you
I
will
know.
get on
I've
that
got to
quick.
get it. Do I wait for Black Friday or do I get it on AFOL day? I don't know.
Yeah, you never know.
You just
What
don't
would
know.
be cheaper?
I'm thinking about. I think it went down to about 250, didn't it, Sam?
I
do
want
have
to.
also-
Can't remember. Yeah.
I don't. Shows that bit. Oh, Rex. Okay. The really cool thing
printed.
about this, I think Rex looks
Is it
okay.
printed?
His printed arms. The printed arms on him look great.
Yeah.
Yularin, I absolutely love. I've got a few of the older version of him as well.
Yeah, so these are both exclusive to this set, and love that they've started printing these tiles, but
Yeah,
I
got the
hate that
nip.
they have this
Yeah.
dimple in the middle.
Oh, dimple. Sorry, we call them nipples over here. They call them dimples in America.
No, we don't.
We
don't.
I mean,
yeah, we do, Sam.
That's a you thing.
Nippolatas. That's what we call them. Isn't it, Sam?
that is a you thing, Greg. That is not a UK thing. That's a you thing.
Nippolatas. I want to see M&R do a review and he calls them nippolatas. I'll pay him to say it. Anyway, what do you think? Maybe even Tiago. What about then the Clone Wars 20 years thing? I mean, what do you think of that? I mean, that is a nice little surprise there,
It's a
isn't
very
it?
nice little brick.
Oh, the Phase 1 Clone Troopers. I like them. Is there a favourite, Sam, amongst all you Clone War dudes? What's your favourite phase, 1 or 2?
Oh, I think most people generally prefer the Phase 2 design. But I don't know. There's something so iconic about the Phase 1. I think I might prefer Phase 1, actually.
I think Phase
I
1
like the
good.
fin. It differentiates it more from Stormtroopers, I think, the fin.
Yeah. I like look for what it is, right? And I'm not like a really into the Phase 1, Phase 2 stuff and all that. I do think Rex looks good. I mean, he looked like Rex that was in Ahsoka this week. Sorry, guys, spoilers. What do you think of this iteration of Rex, Sam?
I do like him. I think the only major issue is the waist cape, but that's the thing that's happened for however many clones now.
Yeah.
The arm prints are really cool, and that's an arm print that I think you could probably. They're not easy to get hold of because it's exclusive to this set, but to put on like the regular 501st Troopers as well would look cool.
Yeah, I do. I reckon. And next year, apparently, there's a rumor going because we love a rumor, don't we, Jane? That we might be getting some sort of battle pack with droids in it and all sorts of things. So, man, Clone Wars, dude, we're getting them too. Why are we not getting the last 3 films? What was the last set we had that was based on the last 3 movies?
Well, it's the one coming out next month. Well, I guess it's not based on those movies, but there's one with Rey and Finn in it. The new.
It's a make-believe thing.
I have that one too if we want to see it.
Yeah, let's have a look at it. I can't wait to get that. I think that is better than any of the advent calendars coming out. More and more. While Gene's quickly scurrying to get the latest Star Wars set that comes out in October for Christmas or holiday seasons. Have you got a particular favorite theme that you're into? Like, what would I? Is there like a theme that I would think? Oh yeah, look, more and more. He knows all about, I don't know, Friends or Lego City or something like that. Is it? What theme would I watch you build most of the time?
I'm a wild card man.
Ooh.
I love. if this set looks enjoyable to build and it might display well, I'm generally all for it. So.
Okay.
That said, like my most recent buy, which I'm looking forward to, is I actually went with a Concorde, and so I'll be building that very soon. That's the next thing I'll be building.
That is one great set, mate.
Yeah,
really
it's just it looks so beautiful. So I can't wait to do that. I would say if I were to lean into anything a little more than others, I mean, I noted that my career as a game designer and I'm a gamer, so the NES is my favorite build.
That was a great build.
Yeah,
Dude.
I absolutely love that build. So the NES is good. More recently, I built the Pac-Man cabinet, and I loved that.
Oh,
That whole
yeah.
experience was wonderful. So I would say I lean a little bit that way to like the video gamey things, just because it stirs up a lot of nostalgia, as well as the builds are just wonderfully designed and they display well too. So I'm kind of a sucker for that, to be honest. But yeah, I would say I kind of lean towards that. But generally speaking, like, you know, I do love Star Wars and Marvel. I will get some of those sets, but I have a little bit of everything, generally speaking. Yeah.
I'm the same. If I really
Me
like
too.
something, I'll just buy it. Yeah, like Lewis, like you,
Yeah.
more. If I like something, I'll get it. If people just found me in the last month, they think I'm a Harry Potter fan, but I like Harry Potter. I like the sets. It's very London, the aesthetic, but I just build what I kind of fancy building and pretend I know a little bit about it. And that's why I like surrounding myself with people that do know what they're talking about. Anyway, Gene, show us this very festive Star Wars set that you've got coming out.
Yeah, this little tree was really cute to build.
Nice.
That's really
I like the holiday sweaters, and we got Chewie. I'm pretty sure he's eating Yip Tip, not a porg, but
a what? A Yip Tip. I think it is a porg, but there's a porg in the set, isn't there? The poor thing. It's probably thinking they were saying, "I'm next."
yeah.
I mean,
A Tip Yip. Well, it's like a chicken from Endor, and that's what they're eating in the actual holiday special that they
Is
did
it really?
in 2020.
I think if you go to Hollywood's Galaxy's Edge, they have Tip Yip meals or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, they have Tip Yip there. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the set. I honestly, that for me is a must get.
Which is chicken.
Yeah. I turned this into like a Halloween set for a reel, and now I kind of just want to do a bunch of little scenes for every season.
Okay,
I love that.
Oh, that's a really good idea. That's a really good idea, in fact. Star Wars seasons. Oh, I like that idea. It's a good one. That would make a really good mock. Show it off next year at Brickworld Chicago. Very cool indeed. So Lewis, do you want to give us a? We'll take a look at. I'll tell you what we do. We do the draw in a minute. I need Gene. Gene, what you need? Your whole thing, the thing that you was born to do. This moment in your life. It's all about this moment in your life. It's come to this point where you've got to pick a number between 1 and 15. And then depending on what number that is, depends on who has actually won. Talking of Harry Potter, folks, this polybag, no matter where you are in the world, folks, it's I mentioned it whilst I was doing a live stream last week. I think it was the finale, actually, of building Gringotts, and it was such good fun. And I got a couple of these, so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna give one away. So that's exactly what I'm doing. 15 people have commented on the video, so have a think for a moment. Between 1 and 15, you've got to think of a number. And in the meantime, Lewis, I just want to know. Let's check in with Lewis and see how he's getting on with this Harry Potter set.
It doesn't look much different. It's very tedious. But
okay, all right.
It's
It's not the same since he hasn't got a brick
detail.
pit. He hasn't got a brick pit to look at, run into and stuff.
And I'm kind of doing the same as Carrie. I'm kind of being extra careful not to be too loud, so it takes a little longer.
Okay, all right. Well, you're doing a great job, Dave, my friend.
We're getting there.
You really are.
I promise you I'll finish it someday.
Okay, all right, good stuff. So anyway, on that note, let's.
Did you assign random numbers to the names, or?
So what happens is, right? So what happened was, I thought I'd do something really clever. I failed on 2 massive parts to this, right? Not only because I said to everyone, I said, go to this video, right? Comment on this video, this live stream, right? And do hashtag HP because it's Harry Potter, isn't it? Right? And I thought I could come up with some program that would actually go and get the comment and get the hashtag HP. Now the problem with using hashtags is that YouTube doesn't like it. So everyone who's commented on it, I've had to go in and say, yeah, that's all right. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, that's all right. So with that in mind, we've got 15 people that have commented on it. And Gene's going to give me a number between 1 and 15. And I will count down from top to bottom and we will see who's won. Who's won it? Cy O'Connor's out there as well. He's in there. I won't say what number he is, but I'll know pretty soon if he has got it. So apologies, folks. It's not going to be anything electronic or anything like that. I was going to do anyway. It's not been designed apparently, so I need to come up with something a little bit better. Anyway, Gene, Give us a number between 1 and 15.
In the spirit of Taylor Swift, I choose 13.
Oh, 13. 13. Unlucky for some. It's actually one of my favorite numbers, believe it or not. Anyway, so let's do it. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, that was the minifig Who. He was the 7th person to comment on that. 8 was Avoko 5. 9 was JBN Build. 10 was Lady McBrick. Actually, this is quite a bit of tension in this. The 2 Gay Foals was 11. Number 12 is Our Toy World. But number 13, can you believe it? It's Lauren, a.k.a. Brightest Witch Bricks. Funny. She was there. She did it. Well done, Lauren. She won it. I can't. This couldn't go to a better person. She is the queen of Harry Potter. She really is. So, Jean, if you're watching this back, you have won it. Send me your details, and I'll get it posted over in no time whatsoever. So that's cool. All right, guys. So on that note, then, something I got a survey running. I've got a survey running. If I can find my own stream, let's pop that forward a little bit. The survey being this, folks, asking the question: what has been your favourite gift we purchased thus far this year? Of course, a load of people have picked the Death Star as well, and frankly, who wouldn't? Is a very good one. But you only get so many options. At the top at the moment is the Blacktron Cruiser on 47%. Second, only just second though, is Disney 100 Years Celebration. And Gringotts Vaults is third with 23%. And Steamboat Willie, which is rumoured apparently, 6%. 86 votes. Come on, folks, let's try and get that up to 100. And also as well, let's try and get those thumbs up as well. So do what Darth Vader is particularly good at, folks. Use the Force. Choke that like button and let's get those thumbs up, shall we? So anyway, that's exactly how you do it. Let's do a little thing of that. Do that again for us.
I do that every time you say thumbs up. I sometimes go this way. You never notice.
I've never noticed, but you've got very dexterous thumbs.
Yeah, they're having a good time.
They're weird. Oh my God, I can't keep looking at them. They're weird. They're like,
not a thing.
Like,
you don't do that.
Claws. Like claws or something. But anyway, enough of Carrie. Anyway, I've got questions. So many questions to ask Carrie about those subs. Anyway, I'll tell you what we need to do because we're coming to the end of the year. Well, the end of the year is not too far away. And there's some sets. There's some Lego. There's some really good Lego sets that are going to be retiring. There is. And I just wanted to talk to the panel and for you lot out there and wonder what you think because I think some of them personally are actually going to be retiring possibly a bit too early. So let's get this out and get what people think about this. I'm genuinely interested to know what you lot in the panel think, and certainly you lot out there in the chat as well. So I'm going to start off with this one, a bit of a biggie, really, because it hasn't been out that long. Let's bring it up. Here we go. The Galaxy Explorer. Now, what do we think about this retiring so early? Any thoughts on this, Jean? Do you think it's time for it to go? We've had enough of it.
Isn't that didn't that just come out?
It's not been out long. It's not been out long at all. I think it came out this year.
That's what I was thinking too. And I wanted to get it for my husband, so now I'm like, I guess that'll be a Christmas present.
Yeah, and I kind of feel you got to get 2 of them as well because I think there's an alternative build to this.
No, it's a 3-in-1, I think, that one.
Oh, is it?
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I was very surprised to see this already retiring.
Yeah, same here. I don't know. Sam, when you say 3-in-1, does it mean I've got to buy 3 versions of it? Or
unfortunately, so Greg, you got to complete the collection.
What can I say? This is a great build. It's a great build. It really is. Has anyone else on the panel got this?
I actually just disassembled it last night.
Really? Oh, well, why did you disassemble it? Are you making some space for some?
Yeah, I have a limited space, so I have a specific area where I keep my builds, and whenever something new comes along, something's got to go. Okay. I always, like you asked earlier, why people buy certain sets. I buy all kinds of stuff, but I think about parts. I look at the parts, so I don't get too attached. So whenever I've had it for a while, I disassemble, and that goes into my parts library.
And of course, with the CMF series this year as well, we got. This feels like ages ago. This does, but we got the baby space dude with it as well. That was quite cute. More and more. So you've built this one as well, yeah?
Yeah, loved it. That was great.
I know.
I definitely think that. Gosh, was it? It was last year. I want to say it was like summer last year. This came out.
Was it
something
last year? I thought it was this year, man.
I want to say
like
it was
that.
last year as well.
Yeah, but it does to me feel like maybe a little too soon. But I really enjoyed this build. I thought this one was great. This is I was kind of I think that one of the target audience for this, just given kind of the timing in terms of like when I was growing up. Like this was it. This was the thing.
Too.
And so I really that as soon as I heard about this, I was like, I'm gonna get it. I got it, built it, loved it. It's strange that it is going out, given that I feel like it's barely been a year. So
and I would have thought it would be selling quite well, but I mean, maybe it isn't. I don't know, but I don't know. It's a strange one. Sam,
the geometry on that build is amazing. If anyone hasn't built it, I recommend it. It's amazing how they did.
And
all the insides are amazing.
For a bit, to me, it felt like I was building a Star Destroyer for a bit. I don't know if it was the shape of it, Lewis, but it certainly felt like that to me for a while anyway, until you got to sort of bulk up the fuselage section and stuff like that. But those amber canopies, the trans-clear amber canopies, I love them. I love a bit of trans-clear amber. I really do. Let's see what the chat's saying. So Johnny says, Johnny, I think they are trying to make it purposely obsolete, and there will be other classic space redos. Yeah, I hope so. Blacktron. Give us a Blacktron, folks. I love a bit of Blacktron. Polar Bricks is saying, I love my Galaxy Explorer. Had to add lights and get a stand for it. Ooh, that's cool. Where did you get your stand from? Is that Wicked Bricks or maybe iDisplay? Minifig Who, he says it came out same time as Lion Knight's Castle. So yeah, it was part of the 90th anniversary, wasn't it? Of course, which exactly what Welcome to Euphoria says. So thank you for that. Salix says Galaxy Explorer was released on the 1st of August 2022. Yeah. So yeah, it's just
over
literally
a year ago.
Just over a year ago. So,
just over a year ago.
I've got Brick Askew out there as well. Ollie, good to see you, dude. I hope all is good with you. And Patrick says, it's a wicked brick stand. Good stuff. Bricklink is saying, oi, Ollie. Anyway, good to see you. Also as well, chat, let me know. Are you guys out there doing A-Fold Day tomorrow? Are you going to go to the Lego store and get yourself some Lego bits? Are you, Sam? Are you going to go A-Fold Day tomorrow?
I will be at the Southampton Lego store tomorrow. Don't know what I'm getting yet. Probably just end up being Pab Cups, but we'll see.
Pab Cubs. Oh, of course they are part of it, aren't they? There's probably one down here. I always prefer people down here.
Is that worldwide? Yeah,
it should be.
Yeah, I want to say so.
I think it is. Is everyone in the? I'm curious actually. More and more. Are you actually part of a lug? Are you a member of a lug?
I'm actually not.
It doesn't surprise me because not every. So many people that I know aren't actually, and there's not an issue with that. But have you ever thought about joining one, perhaps?
Oh yeah, I've been considering it. I mean, it's been one of those. I really should do that, and there's really nothing stopping me from doing it. So I should just get off my butt and do it.
Do it, honestly, there were some online ones as well. So you haven't got to sort of take time out too much time out to join them. Okay, so that one, this one came out a year ago, so we could say a year ago, pretty much. 30 months
I'm
ago.
curious, anybody in the panel, do you guys because it's retiring, is anybody going to pick an extra one up if you already have it, or just as a collector, just to have an extra one before it retires?
Well, the funny thing with me, I bought this not too long after it came out with the intention to build it. I very rarely get sets, but I thought, yeah, this looks cool. But time went on, I thought, oh, I need money, so I had to sell it off to a lugmate. And there's a side of me that's like, I kind of wish I kept it, but at the same time, I've got money back. So, I've seen other people build it. I'm okay with that.
But it's a nice set. And then, like Sam said, it's a 3-in-1 as well. So what about this one then? This hasn't been out that long. Surely this came out in January, I think. This is going to retire at the end of the year, along with the Aston Martin. Can you believe that? What do we think about this? Does anyone collect Speed Champions on here?
Well, I recently got back into Speed Champions.
Well, yeah, a good point.
Yeah.
What do you? Firstly, Are you surprised this is going so soon? And secondly, are you when you build your cars, are you doing them 8 studs wide like the new Speed Champions format is?
Yeah, so I bought some Speed Champions cars as a basis. I bought them to understand how they went together. They're 8 wide, you know, they use these pieces to make these certain details in this particular way. So for me, the Speed Champions cars sets were starting points. I don't know how long each particular one has been out for. I think there are some new ones coming out by the end of the year or at the start of next year. I don't know.
Yeah, January the 1st, we normally get some.
But yeah, I mean, I saw this. I thought it was, again, I bought this set, built it up, and then changed it over to basically kind of use the build methods and completely recolored it to be a different car that I've got in my collection. But yeah, there are some of these ones. Again, you look at the Aston Martin that you just mentioned as well. Some of the cars that they've chosen to make. There's been times where I've been, again, before I got into the cars again, I thought I might want to get that for the sakes of getting it because it does look really good. Again, it's one of those cars where I thought, I'm just so glad they made that because, again, there was the big version of the DB5, but a Speed Champions minifigure size version. It's like, I'm so glad it exists. And the wheels, like the rims for the wheels, that's a piece as well. Like, yes, I could go on Bricklink and get some more if I wanted.
Yeah, this is an awesome set. I'm not really sure what's going to be going on with Speed Champions going forward. I don't know if Lego are going to be potentially dubbing them down a little bit. I don't know, folks. I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know. We all don't know, but I don't know. It's a bit odd that these are going already. I thought this one would do quite well. I think it's a classic.
I think it did. It must have, right?
Yeah, I mean, you think so? It's got James Bond in it. I mean, a load of people with that. More and more. Do you collect the cars at all? Are you in any of the Speed Champions or?
I generally don't, but I think they're cool. I think it's kind of one of those I think a lot of us deal with, right, when we prioritize the sets that we want to get. So it's for me, like, I think they look awesome. I'm not opposed to them, but I always end up getting other things before, and then I think about like, oh yeah, I should have grabbed that one. Like this one, I'm thinking about. Like I think it's awesome. I might grab it before it goes out because it just looks so cool, and it would really be like the first one I would build. So, yeah. Yeah, I think the overall theme, or like having Speed Champions in general, awesome stuff. I just haven't really dipped my toe into them.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. All right. So, I mean, Andrew, I'm curious. When you've got a city, do you not do Speed Champions for your city at all, or anything like that?
Oh yeah, definitely. I've extended the roads on my city so that the new 8 wide stud cars can accommodate the roads, or the roads accommodate the cars. But cool. I have all of them for sure. I don't have all of the older ones, the 6 stud. I have a decent amount, but not all of them. But I have a question just regards to like all the retiring sets. Like I'm sure every set will have its own case by case. But how long do you think in general a set should be on the in stores for? Like on shelves, it can't be forever on the shelves. Yeah, like
a couple of years. I mean,
2 years.
2 years is like
yeah. Unless it's selling like hotcakes. Like
the thing is, there was one set I remember as well back in August 2020. The crocodile locomotive came out.
Oh yeah,
and that retired 8 or 9 months later.
Yeah,
it was a popular set. It was something for train fans. Me being one of them. I've got one, but it was only that after 9 months they just cut it off. I thought, why? There's no way that didn't sell well.
I think it got a bit of bad press personally, that set. But when you saw it, you was like, oh yeah, I get it now. It's really nice.
I just picked one up the other day.
Oh, nice, good stuff.
Just to go onto the Speed Champions as well, really quick. I was actually thinking about this a few days ago. I was thinking about when I first started making my custom ones. I tried to make a Speed Champion style Lightning McQueen and other cars, like Pixar cars characters.
Oh yeah,
I would love to see Speed Champion style Pixar characters because they can absolutely do that. That's
just like what Bricktastic UK saying. Give us Knight Rider
base card. Yeah,
give us the A-Team van. Come on. Yeah, everyone wants the A-Team van, don't they? For those that are around when the A-Team were about, anyway.
Those are both on ideas all the time. There's always
Knight Rider
ideas.
My God, Knight Rider.
And they always get the votes, but they never get approved.
No.
Oh, there was an idea like from way back in the day, Lego Ideas DeLorean. like a minifigure sized DeLorean. Yeah,
It was that was
Well,
that was
one of
ideas.
that was an early idea set.
Yeah.
Good lord, we could absolutely do with a Speed Champions remaster of a DeLorean. That would be amazing.
Yeah, and I tell you what, it would sell. It would really sell.
That would absolutely sell.
Yeah, no doubt about that. I'm a bit surprised. I'm a bit surprised by that. But anyway, well, here, let's have a look at this one. Let's go back into the wibbly wobbly world of Star Wars, shall we? So, obviously, we're getting a new UCS set. Comes out in October. By the time October comes around, it'll feel like it's been around forever. But the gunship, the Republic gunship. Now, this set, I have to get this because as much as I like the new one. He hasn't got the toy one anyway. The playset, I should say. They're all toys.
Toy.
Yeah.
How dare you?
I know. What can I say? We're big kids. The whole lot of us. We're honestly everyone on here tonight. We're 8 big kids, or 9 actually. We've got Ian on as well. But there we go. This is Jar Jar Binks from behind. You can't get away from Jar Jar Binks.
I can't unsee it now.
I know. It's Jar Jar Binks doing an impression of Pinocchio. I don't know, but there we go. Yeah, it's. I got to get this set. Sam, you're a Clone Wars fan. Have you got this set?
I don't know. I actually don't own a single UCS set at all.
What? What's going on? I thought you was a Star Wars fan.
I don't have the space for them. They're all so big. Just
yeah.
I'm very limited.
If you could get one, what would your first one be?
It's the UCS Slave one. It's mine.
It's got to be the Slave one.
Yeah.
The best UCS set.
There's only one answer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which one is that?
What is it?
Boba Fett ship.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Slave one.
Slave one, man. That was amazing set. And Gene, feed it back to Land for us. Give us a Django Fett version of it. It's just recolor. They keep the same one as it was. Just recolor it. But yeah, it could be a thing, folks. You never know. We might get it one day. Actually, it just reminded me, the designer of the Venator, I actually had a chat with him at Star Wars Celebration this year. And I said to him, yeah, apparently there's rumors. And I swear to God, I said this to him, folks. I said there's rumors going around that we might even be getting a Venator one day. That'd be good, wouldn't it? And do you know what? He must be media trained to brilliantness because I couldn't even read his face. He was like, "Oh, I've got no idea." He didn't even say it. He just had a blank look on his face, and I was like, and so I took the conversation in a different direction. But honestly, very, very cool. He designed this ship as well. I think he did an absolutely great job. We won't talk about the minifigures, but I really like this a lot. And I'm just saying, but on this picture here, on the right hand there, do you think that could be potentially a prototype for Sonic the Hedgehog sets? I'm just saying. You never know, folks. You never know. It does look like a puck. Anyone else? Anyone on the panel got this? Anyone out there got this set as well in the chat? No one on this.
I don't have any Lego Star Wars. I never quite got into that.
Okay, well, you've done yourself a favor, mate. Believe me.
Yeah,
okay, that's a rabbit hole. It really
I wasted all my money on railways instead.
There you go. Now he's got to get roads. He's got to put different infrastructure down now. But yeah, this is one I do want to get only because the playset just doesn't come with the sphere turrets, which I really hoped it would have, but it doesn't. So that's that. Okay, so let's have a look at one more then. Let's have a look at one more. I don't think too many people. I think anyone who was ever going to buy the gunship has probably got it now. Andy's saying 18 van, please. Yeah, I agree with that, dude. Also, Steed's Bentley, minifigure. Are you talking about the Avengers Steed there? I think it was a Bentley they drove. Who else we got? Salix is saying the crocodile was very hard to get, but got it eventually before it retired. Good stuff. I've got mine to build still, actually. If I remember rightly, it actually came in a really nice box. It was very luxurious looking. And Bricklink says, I don't see it. Come on, Bricklink, you can see it. He's probably talking about the Jar Jar Binks. But anyway, okay, let's have a look at this one then. The last one we'll look at that's retiring. This has been around for a little while. I love this build so much. But it did kick off for me the problem Lego has building trees. If you build it, folks, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, this is going to be retired, and I'm a bit surprised because there's a lot of medieval stuff out there at the moment, and I throw Vikings in on that as well. Has anyone got this set? Maybe for the
Yes,
city.
I have a couple.
Yeah.
Of them.
Okay, Lewis, I'm. Why have you got a couple of these then? It's pretty cool.
It was a nice accidental gift from Lego.com. I got lucky.
Very nice. Very.
They
nice.
sent me two. They sent me. I ordered this and the Pirates of Barracuda Bay, and I got 2 of each.
Great set.
So
You got 2 of each.
2 of each. I was very lucky.
Phenomenal.
Happy accident.
Yeah, nice. Good for you, chap. Good for you indeed. Great minifigures in this as well with the Archer.
So, Greg, you think they have a problem with trees in general, or just this tree?
No. There's some sets with they got terrible trees in them. This tree looks nice, but when you build it, it's like it never stays. It's just
biggest
really hard.
pain in the butt. So that was actually one of the first Lego sets I ever built, and then my first non-Star Wars Lego set I built.
Very cool. And I love the roof. If someone had said to me, "I'm going to do a blue roof," I would have said, "Oh, you're having a laugh at you. You're saying a friend set." It works really well. What was your issue with the tree? Because I found it really fiddly to build, and it just never stays together.
I don't. It just kept coming apart in my hands.
Yeah,
that was my experience too.
And I have little hands. I was like, how much smaller I can get? And but I loved it, and I do like. I honestly, as much as I hated building that tree, I want to make some more Lego plants to have around the house based on that tree because it looks good.
Yeah,
but maybe make it a little.
And the apple kept falling off for me as well.
But it just building that set changed my life. Well, it changed my Lego life because I was like, no, I'm only gonna get Star Wars sets because I need to keep it like small. But my husband's actually the one who wanted this set. But he didn't want to build it. And at the time, of course, I was very much like, let me build all the Lego I can. And it's just like amazing experience and a beautiful set.
It is. Yeah. It's awesome.
Lewis loves it. More. Tell us what you think about this set.
I love this set. I love this set so very much. I'm I'm a big D&D fan, right? And I love the like fantasy and just this kind of like aligns really well with that. I just love the design of it, the style. It looks wonderful. It was fun to build. And it was pretty much an instant buy for me, and I was so satisfied with it. And it was kind of one of those moments where I was like, yeah, like I thought I knew how I'd feel about this set, which was I'm gonna love it. And this was like, once I just like finished it off, I was like, yeah, I was right. I knew I'd love this thing, and I do love this thing. And so
it's a really cool set, and I might even try and grab another one before it does retire, because I think you could do like put a couple of these together, and I'm sure it'll look great. And certainly there's a lot of love for it out there. I think this is like one of those universal ones that people seem to like. We've got Minifiku saying that's been out since 2021, hasn't it? Yeah, it's been out for quite a while. It really has.
And it's an idea set as well.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I remember with this being an idea set, the actual submitted set looked way different. I remember it was, I think it was taller or something. It was a noticeably, obviously different building. It's still basically the same-ish, but I remember a load of people being a bit annoyed and upset of the final model that Lego made to sell.
Yeah, the submission, the roof was completely different on the submission. It was really detailed and a huge number of parts used on it. And so everyone then kicked off when they saw this and said that they've simplified the roof. And since then, this technique is used all the conventions. There's so many mocks out there that use it, and yet everyone made a big fuss about it when it was first revealed.
And yet everyone loves it now. It's kind of one of those things. Sometimes you got to see it to believe it, and this is a really nice set. Lots of love for it out there. This is they're saying Minifiku says, is it making way for the rumored market though? It could be, but also it goes with it quite nicely, doesn't it? Salix says, I like this one, but it doesn't have closing doors like the new gunship. He's talking about the gunship still. Madlib says, I am happy I bought this. Me too, mate. Me too. I love this set, says Brickbat. And Selena, all the way from Australia, is saying good morning, everyone. Hey, Selena, how you doing? Good to see you, Selena. It's out there. It is literally Saturday morning out there, folks. It really is. PJ PJ Brick says that's my second favorite Lego set. Yeah, it's a lot of people's favorite one, as it happens, and quite rightly so too. It is a really cool set, much loved, and yeah, I don't know. Andrew, have you got this for your city? How did you get it? How did you get it to fit in? If you have,
actually, I have it on a pretty cool little Mills plate here.
Okay, oh, the Mills plate. I love it on a Mills plate. Did you put your Gringotts on the Mills plate in the end? I think you did.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, good man, good man. They do look good on the Mills plate, folks. Gringotts on a Mills plate. So here's the thing. See that there's a set just down there by just over Andrew's left shoulder.
Oh, there it is.
It's called the A-frame. That's got a terrible tree in it. That is. But yeah, doesn't it look good?
Uh-oh. This thing's on a little bit of a...
The horse
is having a kip. Oh, don't worry. He's all right.
He's horsing around.
He's off to the knackers yard.
Speaking of plates, really quick, because I was curious. I wanted to ask you guys who built it. The Gringotts base plate.
Yeah.
Why was it modified, and why does it have those like indentations underneath?
It gives it extra support at the corners so they don't curl up.
So it's like strengthening.
It'll sit nicer.
But it's not just the Gringotts base plate that has it, because I was looking at some of our base plates, the Navy ones, and they've all got the same thing.
Yeah,
so I don't know if it's just the newest one.
I'm gonna check that out. I have a few of those Navy ones. I don't know that.
Okay. I didn't realize. I thought that was quite a new thing. That was from there. But has it got a different part number, Carrie, or is it the same?
I didn't look at the part number.
When I looked, the part list wasn't up for Gringotts. I didn't check, but yeah, it should be there now. So you should be able to find out what the part number is.
That's interesting. Let's go to Bricklink and have a look.
Yeah, no, definitely. All right, so let's we'll have a look at some pictures in a minute, folks, that you guys have sent in. And but first of all, let's check in with the Brickbods just to see how their builds are going.
Ian's almost finished his, or has finished his. There's a couple of parts missing. Yeah. I've got very little done still, but I've now got an extra tray, so I've managed to separate some of the bits out. It's really hard when you've got 5 bags worth of Lego in one bag. So
yeah. Oh yeah. So Ian, that looks like he's got some sort of dimensional gate in it. What's all that about?
Yeah, it's quite cool, isn't it? So you can kind of adjust it slightly so that it'll close up.
Cool.
That reminds me of Lego Atlantis.
Yeah, I was literally about to say the big Atlantis set has a similar thing to it.
Yeah. It does look cool. It's missing a few pieces, but not too many.
Bit of the leaves around the top are missing.
So this is like the goodies castle. Mine's got loads of really cool black pieces, and mine's the no, this one.
What is that? You look like you got sun in your eyes there or something.
Yeah, I don't know which side to my hand. Yeah, it's essentially like the baddies castle. So it's quite exciting. And there's a lot of purple in mine. So dark purple is my favourite.
Dark purple. Yeah, you don't really do the lilac thing, do you?
No, it's got to be like Cadbury's purple.
Cadbury's purple. Anyone who knows what Cadbury's purple, then you know you're in the right place. All right, good stuff. Right, so let's have a look at some pickies then, shall we? These are pictures that people have sent in. Let's take a look at them, shall we? They're first up. Strangely enough, is my picture. It's my favorite picture of the week that I took. This is in Studio One. Hence, you got the nice bulb down there. Which, strangely enough, you will find on some of Jane's videos as well from time to time. There's my Gringotts bank is okay. It's not perfect, but it looks little. It doesn't look like it's too far away. But anyway, that was the picture I took this week. We've got the dragon up there as well. Who, by the way, folks, the feet clip in to the top, which is kind of cool. And but yeah, it's a great set. Brickapix, have you actually finished your one yet? I'm interested to know if you have done it or not. But yeah, and don't worry, folks. If I don't show you pictures of tonight, I'll show them off next week. I shall. And the amount of people that send me pictures whilst I'm streaming are about 10 seconds before I start. But don't worry, I will show them off next week, folks. I do promise you. This was sent in from Mr. Chalice, who's actually gone out and bought the Concorde. That's come already. Chris, looks like a great set. MoreAmor. Have you actually seen it, Amor? The actual Concorde. Have you seen it in real life?
No.
No. Oh, it's a great
so
set.
I can't wait to. I'm gonna dive into that this weekend, and so it's gonna be good.
You'll love it. The weirdest thing I found with it is how light it was. Like I was expecting it to be quite heavy, and it was like it was really really light. But anyway, cool picture. Thank you for
Just
that.
a quick note, if I may.
Yeah, go for it, mate.
Regarding the Concorde sets. So the Lego show that I mentioned that we did back in July, here in Bristol, I only learned this when we were setting up the show as well. We have, again, here in Bristol, a Concorde museum where one of the actual planes resides in one of the hangars.
Yeah.
And it was a few weeks or maybe a month later where the set was announced, and we were all going back and forth. It would have been perfect advertisement if we got a set early of the Concorde plane set to go for that show, because it was literally perfect. But I also I have seen the Concorde on display in the Lego shop as well. I thought that's way bigger than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's massive.
It's yeah, it looks good.
It does. It looks great. It's like I held it, and it's very squishable as well. And it just reminded me of what holding a swan must be like. I don't know why. I'm just saying. If you had some dexterity,
swans, Greg?
I don't. Not these days. But no. Just imagine what I imagine it was. A few geese from time to time.
Exactly like holding a swan.
It's exactly like holding a
exactly.
swan.
That's
This is
not
from,
what everybody thinks when they hold it.
exactly. Every time you hold it now, you think, oh yeah, it's quite like a swan. You know what I mean? Or two things: it's like holding a swan or playing a guitar. And when you do it, folks, you'll know exactly what I mean. But anyway, there we go. This is that's Hu Wang there, aka David Tennant. It's a jolly good minifigure, actually. I think it looks very cool. This is from Annie's Bricks and Minifigures. Nice picture as well. I like the background. Very good. I like that. Very good. This is Marek. Don't really care about him anymore. Didn't come to anything. I've never known so much chitty chatter on the internet about this particular character, and he came to nothing. What can I say?
You can always come back. You never know. Night Sister magic.
Technically, Night Sister, you can indeed. I want to know what the Night Sister wants to do with Swan as well. Is anyone? What's all that about? Do you know what I mean? Anyway, moving on swiftly. There we go. There she is. Old Blue Eyes herself. Nice picture. Very nice. Very nice. Very good. I've watched Ahsoka probably twice this week. I don't know. Do you guys? Does anyone else on the panel watch it multiple times? No,
not consecutively. I usually watch a show, maybe like a year later. I'll watch it again, but not in the same week.
I am someone who will watch a film or a show once. If I want to watch it again, I'll watch clips on YouTube.
Okay.
I can't be bothered. I've seen it. I'm good. If I want to watch it again, I'll go.
No, I like it. I like watching the detail in it. But it's the only show I've ever really done that with. Oh, look at this. This is probably one of Jean's favorite characters.
Such a good one. Like the only thing they missed here was arm printing.
Yep.
But
yeah,
such a cool figure, such cool colors.
Yeah, she hasn't got the Phoenix Squadron logo on here. Yeah, that's what would have been on her arm, wouldn't it? I suppose. The original figure's got it, and I was looking through your Instagram, like I do every day, Jean, of course, and. Ross, lovely Ross. He's very tall. He is.
Oh my God, yeah.
He actually gave you the original Sabine helmet, didn't he?
Yeah, it was Brickworld Chicago last year, and I was kind of just looking around for deals, and I got the Sabine minifigure. And then he ran into me, and I said, "Oh my God, I just got Sabine!" And he's like, "Oh, I have an extra helmet of hers. Next time you come over to the house, I'll give it to you." And I was like, "Okay, cool." No idea anything about the Sabine helmet. And then same thing. We go to his house a couple of weeks. Me and my husband, we went over for like a cookout, and then I think later that evening I showed it to a friend of mine on Instagram. He's like, "Ross gave you that helmet?" I was like, "Yeah." Like, he just gave it to you. And then I tried looking for the worth of it on Bricklink. It's kind of hard to find. You have to find the set that it was in.
Yeah.
And yeah, it only came in one set, and I was like, "What, Ross? How could you just give this to me?" And he's like, "Oh,
really
got
nice
an
of him.
extra."
Take him out for a meal for that. I was going to buy one as well because I did a review a couple of weeks ago of Ezra's speeder bikes, and I thought, it's the only thing it doesn't come with is that. I'm going to buy one just before I do the review, and I looked how much they were. They were like £90. I was like, I'm not spending that.
Helmet, yeah,
just for the helmet. I was like, nah. But I did go and buy a minifigure, folks, that was worth a few pennies. So that was quite cool. As a Ninjago one as well. Maybe I'll do a video on it. It would be remiss of me if I never. This is from Minifig Who. This is, of course, a gift with purchase. Check out the survey if you haven't done so already, folks. This is Minifig Who with his custom Tom Baker. Saw a picture of him this week, actually, on Twitter, I think it was. I don't know if they still call it Twitter now, or they just call it X. Who knows? Anyway, that is the Vault. This is a very good gift with purchase. It really is. Nice picture. Thank you for that, guys. This is sent from Johnny Builds. This is that. Well, if I'm unmistaken, that is a scene from Hoth. I like that. Very, very cool. We've got X-Wings down there. We've got, what was that? Tauntaun there. I think that is. I think that's a molded one as well.
Looks like there's a snow speeder on a track.
Yeah, there is. Is there? Oh, yeah. Over here.
That looks tan to me, not white. I thought this was on like a desert planet. I didn't think that was a snow scene.
No, that's a snow scene. That is. This is Hoth. It might just be because of the light,
the lighting, probably.
The lighting that's done it. Oh, look,
it's just very yellowed.
Yeah.
That's right.
look at that. Look, we've got 4 there. That did make me laugh when they brought out the UCS version of the Hoth battle scene, and they only put 3 of them in there, as if they could make that set any worse than what it was. But it was a good play set. I thought it had potential. But anyway, very cool. Always love a scene. Are these? Is that those Lego pieces that you get from IKEA or IKEA, as they call it in Europe? What do you reckon, Sam?
I think they are built up out of bricks because those are like big boxes. I think they're too small to be the IKEA ones.
Okay, very cool, very cool. Right, okay, moving along swiftly then. This is Liz, beautiful Liz, who's out there. I was listening to a podcast this week, actually. Check it out, folks, and humans. This is very cool. I was talking to her this week as well about Halloween. I was a bit early for putting Halloween's one there. She goes, "Oh, it's all year round." But some really cool Lego stuff there. I like this set. I'm wondering next. Again, not a Harry Potter channel, folks, but I have got the Burrows set, Attack on the Burrows set, and I've got this one as well, which is I think it's number 12, Grimmauld Way or something, Grimmauld House, something like that.
Place.
Grimmauld Place. I was getting there in the end. Thank you.
I mean, I don't actually know myself. I'm guessing myself.
Grimmauld Place. No, that sounds right.
Yeah,
to
that's
me.
correct.
I'm thinking which one's better. Well, Andrew, you probably built both of those, haven't you? Which one would you?
I have
recommend?
the modular building, right? That I can transform it. Remember?
Oh yeah,
I have it as on a 32 by 32.
Nice. Oh, maybe I'll have to get some details off you how you did that, because I definitely want to do it again. I remember you gave us a bit of a demo of it last time.
Yeah. I don't want to move it right now.
No, yeah, that's what you said back then as well. And there we go. I've got this one. This one's really hard to get hold of. It is, but very good. Halloween, very cool time of the year as well. Oh, I've got that set. Believe it or not, that dragon. That was a Raya or something like that. Was
Sisu.
Sisu. That's it. Yeah, very good. She loves her Disney. Carrie, Friends, Elves, and Disney. They're her favorite 3. Oh, there we go. This is G, which she was while she was building, and
yeah, it was sad I couldn't share like any of the build process, but I was taking pictures.
Yeah, that looks very cool. So that's so I'm surprised how little Technic is actually in it. So you've got like a Technic skeleton, or rather backbone to it, and then it kind of just fills out the outer.
And then sticking the panels on, I don't know. It was a little weird. It was all just ball joints, like clip, and then stick a pin in it, like a Technic pin. And I was like, that's it. That's gonna hold the underside.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, if you're surprised by that, check out the Millennium Falcon. Oh my god! I mean, how these panels stay on, I don't know. I think they call it gravity, actually. But honestly, they do. They just sit there. You sort of think, really? I'm quite excited. I'm buying this. And it depending on if there's a gift with purchase. Anyone got any ideas out there? If we're getting a gift with purchase with this, if it's a good gift with purchase, I'll get it day one, because apparently something special might be happening about that as a day one thing. But I nearly gave something away that I'm not allowed to. But anyway, moving on swiftly. This is it, pretty much done almost. We've got the top bit of paneling to do on there. Got some stickers in there. Where do you sit with the stickers on this set? Because what I've seen so far, the stickers look a little bit off color.
Yeah.
But it's an expensive set. So how do you feel about
it?
It
should have just been printed, I think. I mean,
yeah.
on at least Yeah, on all 6 of them. So it's basically 6 stickers in the whole set. They're pretty big and it's identical. It's 3 stickers basically times 2. And on all of them, the color is off. So it's a little, I mean, it's disappointing for sure.
Yeah, but on the whole, we got
expensive.
some nice stuff as well. Like I think we're always going to get stickers. I don't think we can get away with that. I just think a lot of people would have liked the Republic sticker, not to have been a sticker.
And that's the thing is that it's such a large sticker that it's like, why didn't you just print it? It's a big brick, you know, a big plate.
Yeah,
Tile, big tile. So
big tile. Yeah, I know what you mean. And Brickapix is interesting question. She goes, "How long did it take, Gene?" Now, Gene was actually watching this whilst watching
13 episodes.
Suits as well. So, how many episodes of Suits did it take you to watch?
I watched through season 2, episode 13. So, however long that was of Suits.
Very cool.
And I think they're like 45-minute to hour-long episodes.
Are they?
I'll have to actually calculate it, and I think I can actually do it if I go back and see like the timestamp of photos, like. But I keep getting that question. I was like, I need to figure that out.
Everyone always asks it. I just give it an average time. That's all. I don't know. People do always ask that question. And I honestly, so far, one person I've seen online that said they did it in 6 hours. I was like, really? 6 hours? You're having a laugh at you. And then someone else said 10 hours. And I was like, yeah, that's a reasonable hour. And someone else said, well, it was probably going to take me 10 hours, but I'll build it in 20 if I live stream it. But anyway, this is
probably did, somewhere between 20 24 hours.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough, especially if you're watching something as well. It's not like you're full on doing it.
And I know that I shouldn't, but I was knolling some bags because I just like
knolling.
Not the whole thing, but you know that's the thing that I do, and it's relaxing for me. And so the more I was building, I was like, I gotta stop knolling. I'm never gonna finish this. Like that.
I do a little bit of knolling. Amor, do you knoll every time you do a set?
Not every time. I tend to the smaller to medium sized sets. I like to know a little bit. But when I start getting like, if I were to put this one together, I would probably not. It just kind of depends on how I'm feeling. Only because I know how much of that time will then be knolling as well, right? Because like you got to think about
last longer. I mean,
it's true. It is true for sure. I was going to move to vote that we just measure build time for all these sets in episodes of Suits and call it good, and like make that our standardized way of how we measure it.
Yeah, dude. We'll just come up with some new measuring techniques that are not only stylish but a great story at the same time as well.
Yeah, 25 episodes of Suits.
See, there we go.
Good stuff. We got this.
I just had to Google what knolling was. I had no idea what you guys were talking about.
Oh, come on, Andrew.
I've seen the pictures that Gene's put out. So yeah, I know now I get it. All right.
Really? I done a video on what knolling is. You'll have to check it out, Andrew.
All right.
I can't believe you never heard what knolling is. There's a lot of people that does not know what knolling is. It's barely a real word even.
Once again, I thought you guys were playing me here. I'm like, did they talk about knolling before? And like said, hey, we'll just start talking about something. And
no,
we're all in on it.
I know all day, baby.
I didn't realize it was a weird thing to do because I got into Lego so new, and the first Lego.
I know.
Did it. And,
I know as well, Gene. I got you.
Yeah.
I support your knolling habit.
Knolling group.
I like knolling. When you're doing a time lapse or a speed build and that, knolling looks great. It really does. I do quite often. If it says not to, if it's less than 500, I'm game on. If it's over that, I'm like, I ain't got time. I got to live here. You know, my wife's going to go, hey, we're going to do that DIY. But yeah, knolling is the way to go. Honestly, it's a good thing. And I tell you what, folks, it does. If you've got the afternoon, you've got the time to do it. Do it. Put some music on. Put some, I don't know, lo-fi
Suits on,
chilled out. Yes,
or put on some Suits. Call it a day.
Or even a bit, more and more podcasts, stuff like that. Put it on in the background, listen to it, this is how we do it. This is from Redmond. Redmond sent the other picture as well. This is his collection of houses of the world. I think the thresh mark for these is so high. But yeah, they do look good as a collective. I think they look really good. Not really my thing. Got a little bit of Vespa there as well. I think we got looks like a bit of a Vespa there, and I'm not quite sure what that is. What's that set there? I'm intrigued. Is that a Lego set or is it a part of a Dyson vacuum cleaner? I don't really know. I'm intrigued to know. Redmond, let me know. Anyway, moving on swiftly. This is the gorgeous Lady McBrick. No, I mean, look at this is a flex and a half. This is not only have we got two beautiful trains down there. Remember them, Luke?
Oh, they were the days. They were the good old days.
We got Indiana Jones there. We've got some sort of control tower. But look at this for being sublime. Now, I'm just going back. Gina should say, feel free to feed this back. The only thing I would have changed on Gringotts, I would have put that on top of it instead of the tower there. That said, I love it anyway. I still love it, but I've only seen the part of the movie of that particular film from Harry Potter where he comes out at the top. The dragon comes out and it's all glass. And I'm like, well, they could have done that. But anyway, there's my thing. That is called Studgate, folks, which I think Studgate probably goes for about £700.
Studgate Station was one of those Bricklink designer sets. I never really cared for getting one of those personally because I think they were just naturally more expensive. But I was very close to getting one. I got to admit, I was so tempted.
Well, when I get back from Spain, I will be building that exact set. So I can't. I'm looking forward to that. And then that pretty much dictates my city layout, to be honest. So I just got to build it and see what it's like. Ian's built it. Have you built it, Andrew?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, good stuff. Ian, does it still bring back nightmares to put in the roof section on?
Oh, the roof is just ridiculous.
Yeah, I won't be doing that live then.
Yeah. And get a friend to help.
Get a friend to help. I've got no friends. I collect Lego. I've got no friends. What are you talking about? But there we go. Look, there's Gringotts as well. I think Lady McBrick did a miles better job of actually. That does actually say Gringotts Bank, folks, than what I did. And but doesn't it look amazing? What has she got going on there as well? Oh, look, we've got Diagon Alley. That Diagon Alley shot there with Gringotts there. Yeah, very nice. I like the way you did that. Very cool. Oh, we've got a telephone box up there. Of course, that's a London one, folks. And then we got Weasley's Wicked Wobbly Wibbly Bits. Yeah, whatever they call that one. It's got lots of W's in it. And then we've got some strange dreams bunny up there, which is very, very cool. Yeah, very cool picture. Loads of good dream stuff going on there. What a great collection that is. Nice one, Nicole. Thank you for sending that in. What's he saying? Just no, Greg. That would be weird. Nolan. Nolan is a very organized mind, or serial killers. That's what they say. Yeah, just say. Or people that got too much time on their head. This is from 2KO Falls. They sent me this picture earlier on. Now, there's a couple of things I found particularly nice about this. Not only the beautiful Lego here that looks like it's just been poured very nicely out of a pab jug. But they've got really nice little labels on these. These are quite expensive. These drawers. These are mega, but they look really, really nice. But the other thing that I particularly like, because I think 2KO Files, I think they're quite a couple of classy guys. Was this Bang & Olufsen screen? I was like, oh, that's nice. I like that. So yeah, good quality stuff there, my friends, and also as well. We've got some strange looking Lego stuff going on there. Now, I don't know about you. I don't know if Gene ever got this or maybe even more and more. I don't think this floats Luke's boat, but I tried to get these. I literally, they came out. They were around for 2 weeks and then they just wasn't there anymore. And that is Minnie and Mickey Mouse brickheads. They, folks, are like getting hold of hen's teeth. They really are. And this is just a little reminder to tell you lovely lot out there that I'm going to be building this set with good old Anakin Skywalker and Sarge Ventress as well, and some R2-D2 geezer, who's R5 actually, in what is a very cool Anakin Skywalker's custom Jedi Starfighter. I had to think what the name of it was. Then I think, well, it's just there in big old writing, Greg. So use that. And that's it, folks. That's going to be coming up from me tomorrow from 5 p.m. UK time. That translates to my American cousins as 12 p.m. EDT. Anyway, on that note, poof, let's fly around the panel. Let's find what everyone's up to over the course of the weekend. Or maybe when they're streaming next and stuff like that. And I think we'll start with Lewis. So, Lewis, you're a TV personality now. You're a superstar. What were you up to this weekend? And when are we going to see your gorgeousness on their TV screens?
So the show premieres the 28th. So Thursday, at least here in the United States, Thursday the 28th at 9 p.m. Eastern time. It streams the next day on Hulu. So if anyone can't watch it on Fox, you could probably find it on Hulu. I'm not sure what that means internationally or where you can find it, but clever people can find it anywhere, I'm sure. But yeah, no, for the weekend, this is actually my first weekend at home in like 2 months. So I'm planning to do nothing but build Lego and work on a commission that I have to do. So
commission as well. Nice. Yeah. Okay, I like the idea of that. We'll look forward
That's
to seeing.
my plan. I don't want to do anything but just chill here and get some stuff done.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Good. So it reminds me of that song. I ain't gonna do anything. Sounds like a lovely weekend, mate. It is. All right. Good stuff.
I'm looking forward to it.
Now Ian's on his own. Ian, what's going on? Well, what are you guys up to this weekend? Are you going to be streaming on Sunday?
Yep. So tomorrow we will be heading to the Lego store, obviously, for AFOL Day.
Oh.
So there will be a number of us in the Southampton store having fun. And then Sunday streaming 8:30 as usual. Hopefully we can sort out some of the tech issues that we had last week, which was just frustrating.
Oh, what was the tech issues that you had last week, mate? Because you seemed fine when I tuned in.
So the camera that we use, we like it. It was quite cheap but decent quality, so we bought a second one.
That was a mistake.
And OBS doesn't cope very well with having two cameras with the same name, so it gets very confused, and sometimes that causes it to crash. So we need to find a second camera which we like but has a different name.
Logitech ones are pretty good, mate. They're quite cheap as well, cheap and cheerful.
Yeah. I think the last one we had was a Logitech and we didn't like it. That's why we moved away. But they can vary so much from model to model. So
there was another one that came out not too long ago, and I forget the name of it, but I remember the shape of it. It was just very cube. It was like a little cube, and that was very good. I forget the name of it now. The name of it. But anyway, it was very good. If I might look it up, see if I can. I recommend that. The quality of it looks really good. I'm curious, actually, more and more. What kit do you use? Are you using a DSLR for your camera?
This is an Elgato Pro Face Cam.
Elgato. Okay, very nice.
Yeah.
Elgato do some nice stuff, actually.
Yeah.
Like the decks and all that, those sort of things. Good lights as well. I know M&R actually uses those lights. Elgato. All right, good stuff. There's always that. High-end stuff, folks, but they are really good at the same time too. And don't forget as well, anyone who's just tuning in, anyone who's watching this back during next week, because I know at least 50% of you will watch this back. Do check out the panel. All the details are down in the description below. And while you're there, give us a thumbs up, like I always say. All right, cool stuff. So, Carrie, in case you didn't know, you're going to be streaming on Sunday at 8:30. Can you do the thumb thing again? Because you've got a peculiar amount of dexterity in those.
Well, you can do that.
Oh, don't do that. That's gross. You're weird.
All right, Ian, that's disgusting. Don't see that.
I think you just have my thumbs bend quite far back, so they just.
I do. Have you got? Are you like double jointed and stuff?
No, I'm not in any way flexible.
Ian's just got bad arthritis in his hands by the looks of it.
That's it, yeah.
And, anyway,
I think I am getting joint pain from all the times I do this on the stream. I might have to stop.
It's peculiar. It's almost quite mesmerizing to watch. Anyway, not that Sam Smith, unlimited power. What are you up to this weekend, Sam? And also, Sam, can you show us your shirt? Because that is one peculiar outfit.
Oh yeah, of course. I had to get a new Hawaiian
Never
shirt
seen
for
anything
this,
like
this,
it.
This is very Jaws themed. This one.
Oh, I see it
Big
now.
shark in the middle of it.
Bloody hell! I've
Yeah.
never seen anything like that. It's very cool. Do you like Jaws? Because
I love Jaws. Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Oh, cool. Same here, man. Can you show us a little bit more of your stormtroopers?
I can. I've been working on his left arm this stream.
Oh, handy.
So you can see one's a bit bigger than the other one.
It looks like a scene from Family Guy. If you know, you know.
It's very heavy, so I'm still not sure about the connection on that. But yeah, it's basically going to be like a very upscaled version of the actual one from the figure. So if I put them
behind them
side by side, Like that's kind of
cool.
How they're meant to be the same thing, but just one's much
So
bigger
hold
than
on,
the other.
are you just making like a maxi figure version of it?
Essentially, yeah.
Okay. Looks very cool, dude. Very
There's,
cool indeed.
there's some interesting parts though to upsize, which is proving a struggle. But I'll keep hitting at it.
Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. I like it. All right, keep going, Sam. You're doing some great mocks there, my friend. It looks great. More and more.
Yeah.
What can I say? Are we going to get some more and more this weekend, or what sort of stuff are you going to be doing? And more importantly, when are you going to be doing it?
Yeah, so I actually Crossing the Streams is every Saturday, 6 p.m. Pacific, live on twitch.tv/MoreAmor. I will be having a guest. Her name's Pezliz, who is a very active maker and crafter on Twitch, very involved in the 3D printing realm. So if you're curious about that sort of thing, we'll be talking about her content creation and her love for 3D printing and making crafting. I do it every week at the same time, and then it posts to YouTube and podcast platforms at about 6 a.m. Pacific the following Monday. So that's you can find me on Twitch and YouTube. More. I have associated socials as well. You can search for and find me there, where I actually either talk about that or I'll post occasional Lego things as well as clips from my podcast and show.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, good stuff. Sounds great. More and more. Can't wait. I generally, I like listening to podcasts anyway, or just stuff like this. Cali Bricklink. Shy, if you're out there, you've left a void in my life, man. So I'm kind of filling in. I'm trying to pull in other places and stuff like that to fill that gap for me. So O'Connor, 10 out of 10 for guessing the scene I was talking about. Anyway, enough about that. Goody. Luke, are you going to be up to anything this weekend? Great to have you on. I mean, your setup, it's brilliant. You've done it. Are you going to be doing any live streams? Because that's how I kind of came across you, really, doing some live streams and bits and pieces.
Yeah, I remember doing a live stream way back, and you just appeared in the live. There's me with like 6 concurrent viewers, and then all of a sudden you appeared. Oh, I love your energy. I want you on. It's like, okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, man, I do. I always get people with positive energy. I just like to get on. I just really do. I like to bring them all together. So yeah. So are you going to be building more cars? You're going to be doing some more live streams? You're going to do them live as well? You could do them live.
Yeah, that's the thing I could do. So this weekend is going to be a bit weird for me. I am working this weekend, but for AFO Day, it's brilliant because with where I work, it's a 5-minute walk away from the Lego store. So I can show up for the early hour for the Lego store, get my Lego, and then just go to work. But I have to wait.
What a great way to start the day.
Yeah, what a day, what a start. But yeah, that's basically my weekend. It's going to be working, chilling. Again, all I'm going to really be getting is a couple more Speed Champions cars just to modify and trying a couple more ideas. And I've also tried a thing for YouTube as well. So when I was making the first 4 ones, I had the idea for that. Again, these were supposed to be the cars that take Lightning McQueen out of Mac's trailer on the highway, those sort of delinquent road hazard cars. I thought, okay, I'll make those 4. That'd be pretty cool. But I thought, well, I need to make a minifigure driver for them. So I designed, for lack of a better word, a minifigure purpose for those 4 cars. And my brain started spiraling. I thought maybe I could give them a bit of a story, try something.
Oh yeah, great.
So on my exactly. So on the community tab on my channel, there's like 24 what I've called Streets Racer character profiles because I wanted to make more cars, and I wanted to give them all drivers. Then I made them all characters, and I gave them all backstories. I thought, oh, this is fun, but now I want to make like they were just again 3 paragraphs. That's the character profile. But I'm now working on video versions of each profile. They're going to be like between 1 and 2 minutes. I have 4 of them ready to go, but so I got 24 cards at the moment, or 26. I'm like, again, I got to be making a few more. I'm going to take up to a nice round 30. So I'm going to get them all out in one go. But the idea is maybe for October or November, I don't know which month, but it's going to be 1 every day for the entire month. I like the idea of trying to be able to do that. And it's not something I've kind of tried something similar in the past, but this was never going to be a thing. It was only because I had all, again, like you said, creative juices were all flowing. Again, the younger, kiddie, excited side of me just wanted to write these little background stories, and all of a sudden now it's becoming its own video series. So yeah, that's a thing to look forward to. No idea when that's all going to go out though.
Well, you're a YouTuber. You need
do
videos, which is good, which is good, which is nice. All right, we look forward to those, Luke. And we'll see in the future if you ever decide to go back to trains again, or maybe you move on to planes and boats.
I will be doing trains, and I don't know what I'm going to do, because with trains, again, I've built countless different trains. All the ones I've got at the moment are the ones I actually want to keep. Yeah. Again, I've made a layout. I don't really care for the layout anymore. I just want to loop a track. That's fine for me.
That's it. So
I suppose I'm building planes and spaceships in the future. Who knows? But genuinely, going from trains, just leaving them alone, to trying something different with the cars, it's been such a good breath of fresh air. I genuinely don't know what I'm going to end up building next.
As they say in the car game, it's a change of gear, which is good. All right, nice one, Luke. Good stuff. Look forward to that. Bricky Brood. AKA, you going to be up to anything this weekend, or streaming with your kids, or anything like that? What you got planned, mate?
I basically, I kind of felt I took the summer off for like streaming and putting just like at least content on my YouTube. So I just put a YouTube video out on the other day for the first time in a while, at least updating my Lego City. So I hope to get more videos out over the next little while. I'm editing one right now, and I have a couple ideas of what I want to shoot and do, but yeah, just potentially giving more city updates, what's going on in the Lego room here. But I also got the streaming guide out last week. And I was basically, once again, I tried to get it out throughout the summer, but I only did it a couple times. But now that kids are back at school, everything's more scheduled here now, and I'm finding more time to get some things done. So just getting back out there, I guess, doing more things.
No, I love it, mate. I love
live
it.
Streams.
Yeah, do some, man. Even on, and what platform do you tend to do your live streams on?
It would most likely be on YouTube. I haven't done anyone in a while, but Instagram's the easiest one to jump onto for sure.
It is.
But
Impulse.
Yeah, definitely.
Love
But I do have a Twitch account. I haven't done anything with it as well. I've only kind of followed a few people on Twitch, but I don't know. I might venture on that eventually as well. But I'm just like, I'm kind of old school. Like I like YouTube. I think it's just easier. But
that's the thing. I like it too.
When I see the Twitch streams, it seems like there's a lot of stuff going on, or could be, if you like
bells and whistles.
So, yes, a lot of bells and whistles. So that's kind of entertaining and cool too. Yeah. I've heard that the community is really great. I don't know how much different it is.
I know, and I really wanted to touch on that as well tonight, folks. Yeah. But we're kind of losing time. So more and more, hopefully you can come back on and tell us more about this. This community that's over there. Good friend of mine.
Absolutely.
Jake Studs, though, I know you've done a stream with recently. It's a hot sauce one as well. I know he's a really good friend of mine, and we even meet up in London occasionally as well. So we'd definitely like to have you back on again to talk about that
anytime.
Good stuff.
And it's a big community. I'm actually considered one of the more relaxed streamers. So if it's just like, hey, we're just gonna build, I'm gonna put on some lo-fi hip hop and we're gonna just chat while I put stuff together. So I don't have a lot of the redeems, and there's a big spectrum on there of like we got one with a bunch of stuff going on, we got some with not. So absolutely.
No, it's cool, man. It's cool. It's really, really cool. Now the poll has come to an end now, folks. Thank you everybody for voting on that. I think it was about there were 91 votes, in fact. And the question was, what has been your favorite gift we purchased thus far this year? The Blacktron Cruiser, unsurprisingly, came top with 46%. The Disney 100-year celebration came second with 25%. The Gringotts Vault came third with 23%. Very, very close. Steamboat Willie rumored 5%. And maybe I'll do another one. Maybe I'll do another one tomorrow, actually. Similar sort of question, but throw in the Death Star in there as well. Someone said that earlier on. Bloody good shout, actually. But I've tried to do anything except Star Wars. And of course, Star Wars tonight has been quite a big deal, especially with the Venator. And of course, the wonderful Gene's version is synonymous with Star Wars. Gene, thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for showing us the Venator and a little bit of Gringotts.
It was so good to be back. Thank you for having me back. It's been a while.
It has. It's been way too long. But anyway, are you going to be? What are you going to be up to this weekend? You've done the Venator. You're going to spend the weekend with your husband, your 6-foot husband, or are you going to be building
exactly 6 feet?
Exactly 6 feet. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah.
I'll be live streaming probably the rest of the Gringotts build. So I started with the top part, the bank part, but I haven't started the vault part. So I'll probably be live streaming. To your point about Twitch, I started live streaming on Twitch earlier this year, and MoreAmor and that whole crew, definitely part of the reason I started to, because everybody's just incredible. LEGO community on Twitch is just awesome. Even if you're intimidated, just hit the live button. You don't need anything fancy. People are going to find you, and people are just going to be happy to hang out. So yeah, I'll be live streaming on Twitch. I might do one on YouTube because I do have a little bit of a demand from my audience to go on YouTube, and I am trying to get my hours up. But definitely will be on Twitch.
For that. Yeah, it's definitely good for getting the hours up. Those 4,000 hours. It's hard work. I honestly, folks, I'm not joking. The first 100 and first 1,000 subscribers you get for YouTube, they're the hardest ones you'll ever work for. And if anyone's new around there, do us a little favor as well. Feel free to hit that subscribe button and hop on and become a big part of the LBB family. Anyway, on that note, I just want to thank Gene for being here tonight. I want to thank Brick and Brew for being here tonight. Luke as well. Great to have you, Luke. MoreAmor is the first one he's been on, and obviously hopefully we'll get some more on another time. Not that Sam Smith as well with his Larry shirts. Loving that, and of course the Brick Bods as well. Ian. I can't believe Ian's got Star Wars shirts. I'm actually shocked. Lewis as well. Lewis, hopefully get you on again in a couple of weeks and see
anytime
with the Lego Masters. Good luck with that.
Thank you.
It's strange saying that to you. When did you actually film it? How long ago did you actually film it?
A few months back. I think that's what a few months back.
Oh, a few months ago. Good stuff.
Early in the year.
Very good. All right, good stuff. I'm excited. I'm excited today. I'm excited. It must be a banger this year, folks, because of course we are going to get a season 5. Now, if anyone's interested as well, tomorrow I'm going to be building this from 12 o'clock EDT. That is, of course, 5 p.m. UK time, and it looks a little bit like this. Will be. And on that note, I just, like I said, I want to thank everybody on the panel for being here tonight. I also want to congratulate as well Lauren, aka the Bright Switch Bricks, for winning this tonight. This will be heading your side of the Atlantic Ocean in the next week or so. And on that note as well, I just want to thank everybody for being out there tonight. Thank you, everybody. Thank you,
Greg.
Thumbs up. Thank you. Yeah, great guys. It's been brilliant seeing you here, and of course, all you lovely lot out there for tuning in as well. The likes of the gorgeous, the beautiful Pod Bricks as well, Bricks Babe TV, Girls Brick a lot as well. That was great to see you out there. It really was. Salescapes, Echo Bricks, the Minifig Who, Axel Plate, 2K Fold, Zadadak. Great to see you out there, mate. Lady McBrick, Infamous Conflict, and of course, the notorious, the gorgeous Cy O'Connor. And on that note, just remember this, folks, that Lego, it's a wonderful thing. And each and every one of you are too. Take care. Look after yourselves. Have a wonderful weekend. And I'll see you soon. Cheerio. Bye.